For the first time in 32 years, your Toronto Blue Jays have captured the pennants and are champions of the American League, and the World Series is now a best of 5. Hello and welcome to The House That Happened, sponsored by Shuey's Bar and Grill, the only place to be in suburban Etobicoke, voted 4 times the best dive bar in all the GTA. It's number 1 in our hearts. It's the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Hello, I'm Andrew Milani.
Hi, my name is Cruz. How are you?
I am feeling fantastic. How are you?
You cannot help but feel fantastic because you feel the vibe of the city all week long. You know, our Toronto Blue Jays, and I'm going to blow smoke up my own ass right now. Let's go back to when they were 16 and 20. The only one that had a positive word to say about the Toronto Blue Jays is sitting in this chair in Cruz's Chaos right now.
So I actually went back to listen to our preseason predictions the other night. And oh boy, there were some funny takes in there.
I bet you there was, eh? But didn't I bring up Barger and Clement?
Not in that show. I believe it was the next week you brought up Barger.
Yeah.
You didn't bring up Barger in our preview show, but it was funny because like the season preview, I was talking so much shit about Seattle. You and Pick both had them to win the division. I'm like, no, chokers.
Yeah.
The choke happened a little later.
Than
I thought, but nonetheless. Also, we were all in Atlanta. Bad pick.
Oh, I know, but
I think we were all on Baltimore too.
Yeah, no, we all had Baltimore making the playoffs, which they should have done, because none of us picked the Jays to make the playoffs, did we?
I had them 4th place.
I had them making the playoffs, didn't I? Didn't I do something ridiculous like that? That's okay, because we're here now. I stayed the positivity train, and we're here. The amazing thing is we're here, people. Andrew, by the way, how old were you in 1993?
When they won the World Series, I was 9 months old.
End of story. You know what really...
the famous story is that Carter hit the home run. My mom and my Zio both yelled, yeah, and then woke me up, and then my grandmother got mad at them for waking me up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You did not pick the Jays to make the playoffs.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't.
You had Boston winning the... No, hold on. You had Baltimore winning the division, and then you had Cleveland, New York, Texas as your wild cards. Oh, you felt really... You were like, I'm choosing Texas, but I don't like it.
Yes. And look what it got me.
Yes.
I think one of the best things I heard this week is from our beloved Toronto, one of the great Torontonians, Geddy Lee, who is back there, and he's had seasons tickets since Jesus was a baby, said the loudest he has heard the Dome was on the Springer home run in Game 7.
Wow.
And he said, hey, I've been at a Dome for a few games, and you can't deny where Geddy's been for the biggest games in Blue Jay history.
And that's automatically now the second biggest home run in franchise history.
Oh, no doubt about it. But the fact that Geddy Lee
put that right between Carter and Alomar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the crazy thing is Geddy Lee said, I've never heard, and he goes, and his caveat was, and I've been to a few of the big games at the Dome.
That's awesome.
But it's a fabulous week to be in Toronto, fabulous week to wear, and we're going to talk a lot about it when we get down the road.
I'm trying to not get too reflective of the Jays yet, but I kind of sat back and I'm like, damn, this team went worst to first and they're in the World Series. That's
amazing,
cool.
man. No kidding. I like that little birdie thing that you sent me after Game 1.
Oh, that's from a cartoon I watch, a regular show.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's disguised as a kid's show, but it's really made for stoners. But that's a story for a different day.
Okay, I got to get on
also,
that.
For my work, we made a little World Series campaign. I got to show you the image I made. I think you'd like it.
Okay.
But once again, please give us a like, please comment, and please subscribe. It really helps us out. Cruz, we'll jump in with the shout-outs. Who do you want to shout out this week?
I got kind of some weird shout-outs this week, okay? Is that all right? Can I do some different shout-outs?
You and weird? Never.
Okay, so anyways, I want to shout out once again to Kurt Harpshy talking about how shitty uniforms are with all this marketing and merchandising and stuff. So I'm going to tell you what happens when you decide to wear a shitty uniform. Ottawa, what's with the gold in your uniform? What was that? Is that a girls' league freaking beer league uniform? Did you see that mess?
I remember when they were previewing them at last spring for TV. I saw them. I'm like, those are gaudy as fuck.
Oh, no kidding. They're not USC.
But also the thing is, I'm not an Ottawa fan. It's all about what the fans of that team like. If they want to buy it, that's what it's all about, right?
Okay, there was just remember a couple years ago
the ugly Tampa Bay creamsicle jerseys. I don't care for them, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans go nuts for them. Okay. So there's something.
Okay,
to be said about
I'm not done. I'm going to put that one in there, and the number 2 one is the San Diego Chargers, who are now the LA Chargers, have some of the greatest uniforms of all time. They came out in mustard bottles, and what happened? Okay, so you got Ottawa.
I don't mind them changing it up like that.
Come on.
I mean, obviously the light blue,
I put
that's
sunglasses
the classic.
on. Oh, yeah, because, okay, that's my point.
I like the dark blues back when I was a kid, too. I thought those were cool.
The Damian Thomason ones. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to the point. Ottawa come out in those uniforms, got their asses kicked.
I'm sure that's the reason why.
Chargers came out in those uniforms, got their asses kicked, went back to their traditionals the next game. Ottawa's been on a run ever since, pretty much. Chargers came out in the traditional Damians on Thursday night, national TV, because they had 2 of them in a row. What did they do? Bitch slapped them on national TV because they weren't wearing gaudy, stupid uniforms. Tonight could be worse because I heard
my uniform
Pittsburgh
complaints are a little bit different than yours. Mine are a little bit more righteous, but
okay, I'm trying to be righteous, but we could see some of the most worst tonight. It's Pittsburgh Green Bay throwbacks.
Are Green Bay wearing those like
I don't
blue
know.
And,
I don't know. This could get rough. That's all I'm saying.
Hit or miss, to say the nicest way, I guess.
When you seen those Charger jerseys 4 days later, you went, what were they doing?
I didn't mind.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm old. I get it. But come on,
I'm not the biggest detractor of yellow jerseys. I think teams should do it more, honestly. It stands out.
What, you want those seeing eye or colorblind jerseys from Thursdays a couple seasons ago? How about the all whites now? How
I
they
like
working
too
out
when
for
like
teams?
the LA Kings wore like their yellows as like their home jerseys. I thought that was cool.
Oh, the Laker looking one.
Yeah.
And never the royal purple looked great, but I thought the yellow ones always look kind of cheesy.
I think they look good too, to be honest.
Well, when I seen them live down the street, that looks okay. And if they bring them out, that's okay. It's just like some of those Philly jerseys that we saw in the World Series, one of the old school, or during the playoffs when they pulled out those old unis.
Yeah.
Why don't they wear those? Marketing. But that's enough of that rant.
I'd like to shout out Humber, obviously. So women's softball, or I guess just softball, they won the OCAA gold medal, the pennant, for the first time since 2019. I called those games on, that would have been on Saturday, right after we finished our show. So they got the bye to the gold medal game. It's a double elimination tournament for the Final Four. They lost the first gold medal match 12-1. They got mercy ruled in the first game, but then they stormed back to win the second one, capture the gold medal. Not exactly the team we thought was going to capture the gold medal, but obviously they got done. I'm very happy for Dwayne Bowles, the coach. He embraced me, kind of gave me a guy hug yesterday.
Good.
When I saw him.
Good.
He told me he was happy that I was calling the game, and I wished him congratulations. Very happy for Dwayne.
Great. Congratulations, Humber. We are in the house that happens.
The house of Humber.
And the house of Humber. That's just great.
But that's not it. Women's cross country won the old OCAA gold for the first time since 2016.
Wow. That's huge.
Women's rugby sevens final 8 is at Conestoga College this weekend, so best of luck to them. Men's soccer, they will be playing for the gold medal today, and women's soccer will be playing for the bronze medal today. They'll be playing in Windsor. Men's will be playing at Algonquin College in Ottawa.
Oh, cool.
So women's are at St. Clair.
Good luck.
Best of luck. Anything else you want to add?
Just one minor thing here that which you're going to be really shocked of because of 2 people I really don't care of that are in the public light, so I'll get them really quick. We don't have to go too far with this, but I was really glad that Stephen A. Smith got called to the mat for saying one of the stupidest things in the history of Talking Heads. We're not going to say what it is. I'm just telling people out there, this is a guy who has aspirations for running for the president or some shit. I don't know.
That's garbage. We all knew that.
Thank you. It's whatever. But you want to know how low he can go. You just look up what he had to say about the gambling situation
in the NBA.
Oh, pathetic is beyond. Okay?
Well, Pathetic and Stephen A. seem to go together a lot recently.
I seen him walking with him the other day. He was walking this. He was holding Pathetic by the hand, walking in. You know what I mean? Trying to get in Vanity Fair. But that's you find. I'm not even going to say what it is. Find out, because people that are supposed to have a significant impact on what we hear in validating the things that we love, when they say something stupid, you got to call them out. Stop it.
Agreed.
Okay. The other thing I'm going to say, I'm going to really, really surprise you on this one, because first of all, I hate everything about this, but the tribute that the Boston Bruins gave to Marchand the other night was Canadian-esque. Have you seen it? Did you get to see it?
I didn't get to see it.
It was absolutely like that's what you do with a player, regardless of my take on the situation and my.
Well, he's a Bruins legend, so like his number's going right to the rafters. The 63 in the Gardens, right?
The tribute was absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? I had to keep my mouth shut. I didn't feel emotional. I mean, whatever. I mean, Marchand felt emotional, but
of course,
very, very classy. That's what you do for a warrior that battled for your team all that time, and he was involved in bringing a cup home. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to say I love when they do that kind of tribute.
Well, for Boston, it's going to be 33, 37, 63. They're all going to be together in the rafters. Right?
Oh, yeah, definitely 100%. But anyways, just when you see something cool, no matter what your take on it is, everyone knows what I think of all those teams, all those players. But you can have a moment of respect when you see something that classy.
Of course.
Yep.
Also, just one quick thing I want to add. So 32 Thoughts did an interview with Commissioner Gary Bettman.
Oh.
Cruz, you have something in common with the commissioner.
What's that?
He has a golden doodle. 2, actually.
Oh, all right. So that means he's got somebody walking him if he's got 2 doodles.
He says he walks them every morning himself.
Yeah, you have to. You have to take him out. That's his mental health break. He's got 2 doodles. Mm. I'm not that rich yet, and if I brought another doodle home, the old lady would just freaking...
I think Stanley's enough. Look at him sleep there, little.
Don't jinx this.
Okay.
We got a show to go. That's cool.
Yeah, very cool. It was actually a very good interview as well.
I should check it out. Can I get it online?
Of course. Okay. It's on YouTube.
It's on 32 Thoughts. Okay.
And we will take this into the big one here today, the World Series. But obviously, before we get to that, we got to wrap up the ALCS. Vladdy already set the Jays record with 6 home runs in a single postseason. Now ties Bautista and Carter for the most all-time in postseason history as a Blue Jay. Obviously, Game 7, some questionable pitching decisions made by the Seattle manager. Taking who was the starter in that one?
Kirby.
They took him out way too early. He was dealing.
Yes, he was. Okay. And then he used his bullpen backwards. But we did that a couple games before. Remember when we brought Hoffman when
he threw in Bizardo before Muniz.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what happened when we won the game when Hoffman came out in the 8th and we took it away, and then the next game we went the other way and we got slapped? You know, because that was questionable if we should have taken out what's his name too. I thought he could have fought his way through it. But yeah, it was rather peculiar for Seattle to do this, especially in a Game 7.
All hands on deck situation.
But I think what he thought was they were going to get out. They might give up a run, and then they would get to him and close it down. That's what I was, because they were down by 2. Like what they were hoping for is a Springer fly ball, not a Springer 3-run homer.
But Kirby was dealing like.
Oh yeah, no.
Sure,
I agree.
He was 2 times through the order, but like he was at like what 60-something pitches. Like I would keep him in.
I think they were scared because the last time we seen him, we raked him. Right? So he goes, okay, we got him through this far. It was the same with the Savage in Game 1. You know what I mean? He was struggling, obviously, but he got us through 4, gave up 2 when we got him out.
Kirby was not struggling, though.
Oh, no, definitely he wasn't at the time. But I'm saying this is where your favorite and everybody else's favorite analytics came in, and everyone got nervous and they changed it. Like, what you have to do is, I don't understand, and I know I'm old and I bitch about this all the time, but sometimes when you take away the human element, something bad might happen. So I don't know, like, what is it now? Is it strictly by the numbers? There's no nuance in the game to say, leave Kirby in there?
I don't know. I think that's just overthinking it 101.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm just saying I'm going to go to the Sparky Anderson, Earl Weaver, Jim Leyland. Hey, buddy, give me one more out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Give me one more out or give me the one more hit, and then away we go.
I can understand if Kirby had gotten into trouble, maybe like gotten a few guys on base, and they took him up, but they didn't even give him the opportunity to do that.
Okay, so we knew, you got to admit, the kid at the 4th inning, like his splitter wasn't working. Like he was overthrowing. He got us through 4 innings. You knew not to put him back in. That was too dangerous at his youth and all that. You know, there's a million reasons, but he got us 4.
Yeah, you're playing with fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Kirby's more of a veteran who was not in that situation.
Yeah, he was looking great.
Bottom line is it worked for us.
Sure.
Okay, it worked for us. That's all that matters.
So, and one of the coolest things was Gausman and Bassett coming out of the bullpen, 7th, 8th inning.
Yes, very much so.
Gausman, there was a little bit scary moment. He loaded the bases, got out of it, though.
Yep.
Bassett did his job cleanly. He's been actually great these playoffs. And then they throw in Hoffman for the save in the 9th inning.
He was Hoffman, not Hoffman.
Yes, he threw 6 sliders to Rodriguez, none of them near the zone, and somehow he still struck out.
With the big dumper on deck. Ooh, everybody was screaming all over America. You could feel the tension. Can you going to get up there? Hey, you know when they're coming in, I've never took one of those. They look like it's coming across the plate. Should have let one go. And this is one of the things that I'm going to stress so much. One of the biggest difference in us winning that series was the fact that we had the New York hangover at home the first couple games. So we kind of...
Is that what you think that was?
Something went on, yeah. We beat New York. This is what happens now after Game 1. We can't get so high. It's more the media than the players.
I get that.
You know what I mean? So we don't strike out as much as anybody else. Our strikeout ratio is so much lower than every other team, and which means you're putting the ball in play, which is putting pressure on their defense, and away we go.
It's such a unique batting strategy that the team takes because they're aggressive on the first pitch and they still somehow don't strike out.
Well, you know
when have you ever heard about that?
Well, you know what it is. What they've
that
learned
doesn't
is,
happen.
like, they're going to say, if this guy's going to, they sit on a pitch.
Yeah.
Clement's the best at it. You know what I mean? He just sits there and goes, if this pitch is coming, I'm swinging, okay? And you got to give Clement a lot of credit because it wasn't for the heroics and the outstanding play of Vladdy Jr., Clement would have been the MVP of this ALCS. You know what I mean? And thank God that he's in there. I like the fact that the platoon system we've been talking about all year is still working. We just moved those Lego parts, and it doesn't take away from our defense.
No, it does not.
That's the number one thing. And everybody, you talk about them, the first thing they say about the Blue Jays, that defense, don't play around, that defense. And it's been good. You know what I mean?
They should win the team gold glove for the third year in a row.
I think they will.
Yep.
I think they will. It's and some of the plays that we're making and the little things that go on that people don't know, like the one time it bounced over Barger's head. Varsho took it off the wall, threw it right to second base, held up Freddie Freeman instead of getting a double, and then we ended up getting him off the bag at second base, throwing behind the runner like those guys do. It doesn't seem a lot in the box scores, but it's huge in the game.
Oh, 100%.
Huge in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Also, what do you think of during Woo's interview post Game 7, the piercing scream we heard in the background, who people are saying that was Julio Rodriguez?
Could have been.
I think people in the room were saying that, so.
Well, you're pissed. Look at Big Dumper. He had tears in his eyes. Highly emotional game. You're Game 7. You've never been to the World Series. Your franchise has never been to the World Series. And you got one foot. You got your foot on the mat outside the door. We're not letting you in.
Seattle remains the only franchise in the MLB to not make the World Series. There's been 5 that have never won. But Seattle's the only one who have never been.
Have never, ever been there. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. We're here
baseball.
now. We're very happy. The way that we've played baseball has opened up just a plethora of thoughts around the league about how it's run. But one thing I'm going to say again, the Dodgers are only supposedly Goliath due to the fact that they're the LA Dodgers. All the experts have said, anywhere you want to go, and we're the 4th, not 5th, highest payroll in baseball. We bid for all those players. It's just like they like palm trees better than Lake Ontario. That's just the way life goes. You know what I mean, Mike, if you're listening. So
well, and for some of those the Asian players, there's a lot more Asian influence there on the West Coast, which definitely makes it feel more like home for them.
And the flight is half the distance.
There you go.
Just add in the little things like that. But the fact is, and not just that, Soto, name any of these big-name free agents. When they were in the room and the door was closed, who were the last players in there? Jays every time. That doesn't say we got them, but we got to give Akins and Shapiro their flowers in this way. If we construct a team this way, play defense, internal bullshit, it worked.
But you know what free agents we did get? Springer.
Yes.
Gosman.
Yes.
Bassett, who's proven his worth in these playoffs. So,
it's balancing its way out. You know what I mean, over time. And all you have to do to solve it all is if they get the ring. Then it's just over. Vladdy's contract's worth it. Sign Bo for $300. The whole 9 yards.
Move Bo to second. We'll see.
Well, he's that second already, so we know it's the beginning of that's where it's.
So that might be because of injury problems, though. I guess we'll get right into the World Series.
Let's just go to the eye test. You've seen Jimenez at shortstop. You
don't have to convince me.
There you go. So and we love Bo here. Love Bo. I'm glad he's back in the lineup. He didn't look too bad, but it was cool that they took him out for the pinch runner. Let's not stress the guy, whatever the case may be. Just for the pinch hitting alone, and he's a great hitter, and he worked the walk. He did his thing, got a base
1 for 2 with the walk, yeah.
Yeah, so we can't say that, and I'm glad that he's back. But as long as our defense isn't compromised, I'm happy with everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So obviously World Series, Jays, Dodgers, Blue Jays back there for the first time since 1993. A big 32-year wait, but it's looking like it's worth the wait.
Okay, so let's look at this World Series so far. Amazing Game 1.
Yes.
Amazing Game 1. How we just
exploded there, and was it the 6th or 7th inning?
Okay, so what did I tell you before? And I told a few other people, Mike, guys on the street. We've seen Snell before. Just do what we do. Don't strike out as much as everybody else and work the pitcher. Now, Game 2. Yamamoto's
he was dealing.
That's classic World Series. You get a guy coming out pitching like that. What are you going to do? And does us remember, Gosman did not pitch bad.
He didn't.
He did. He got his, 6 1/3, and he gave up his classic solo home run, but it was at the wrong time.
Two home runs.
Yeah, the 2 solos at the wrong time. But he was in the game with the guy who pitched a freaking complete game.
No, you had to take your chances with Gosman there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have stayed with him. Then some people said, oh, you should have yanked him. I said, no, we can't. That's a chance. We took a chance, I guess. They said, let him go out there. It's his game. It was a classic pitcher's duel.
Yeah.
And at that situation, then you can't touch that. The gods of baseball come down and bitch slap you. So I thought Gosman pitched well. Just at the end, it didn't work out. And if you thought we were winning 4 straight, you're out of your mind.
It's also weird how things are kind of cyclical, how 92-93, the Jays split the first 2 games in each of those series as well.
Yep. So here we go.
Strange how it works out. Jays... Historically, I mean, you're going to call this jinx stuff, but undefeated games 3 and 4 in World Series history. Never won a game 5, and then we all know that they won game 6 both times.
Okay, so let's just keep going down that yes. road. You know what I mean?
I called it. I think Jays are winning 2 or 3 in LA. I just have a feeling.
And you know what it is? If we work, because we can get at Glass now, and we can get at Ohtani. We're not worried about him, but here's another thing.
Just get those pitch counts high so you can get to the bullpen quicker. That's all it is.
Oh, yeah, like their bullpen is just as sketchy as ours, I'm starting to see. But,
or sketchy.
And but the bottom line is just like I said in the Mariners series, even though we mashed some home runs, Chavez Ravine is a more of a pitcher's park than it is a hitter's park. So what we got to do is spray the ball around and not strike out like we've been normally doing. And we got a good chance there because
it's okay. We got guys that can do that.
Yes, so the contours of that park are actually once again better for the Jays than they are for the lineup of the Dodgers. Because even though they have all these big hitting guys, you're going to tell me Teoscar's ready to get a Gold Glove? Okay.
Well, they took him out of that ball game late last night, and we all know why.
Oh, really? Do you notice that too? Eh? Teoscar, why don't you go roll one and sit out the rest of this game? I get it.
Still pains me that he's on the Dodgers.
Oh, no kidding. And you look around, is Muncy at third base anything better than what we got when we got Clement there?
No, I mean, Muncy's good.
Oh, yeah, he's good. But I'm saying you look around the diamond and...
I'd say Muncy's more known for the stick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And our defense is there, right? You know what I mean? But their outfield is good. Their center fielder is good. That Paget guy, whatever.
Baez,
whatever his name is. He's
Baez, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy there, too. So they need to cover Chavez Ravine. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, but we've got the guys that can do it, too. And let's just put it this way, and this is going to be an interesting thought. If Varsho is Varsho, we win the World Series. Do you know what I mean?
Sense?
He's come up with those hits because remember I said he's come up with those horrible strikeouts. But
that's his game.
That's Varsho be Varsho will win the World Series. That's my call right now. So
he's got the glove.
Oh yeah, no, and he's got to be out there all the time. But let Varsho be Varsho because he's had a couple of big smacks. The 2-run homer tie the game.
Yeah, that was huge.
There you go, and then we haven't seen him since. Okay, but that's okay because now he's due.
Who was also pitching last night?
Exactly. We were said the other day, and Mike, I know you're listening, and this is what I'm going to say. Gimenez was on a streak, and then when it came to the next game, he's coming up. Oh no, not today. That was yesterday. Stop it right now. What did he go? 0 for 3 with a walk.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Okay, so but he plays every day.
Yeah.
It's the same theory.
And you never know when that bat's going to pop off.
And it's good, and that's right, and he's not afraid of the moment. Mm-hmm. So we're good there. That's what you got to balance on when you're looking at this team.
Ice in his veins.
Yes, and because they was talking about the depth factor is supposed to be something that the Dodgers have the advantage on. In what respect?
I don't buy that.
That's what I'm saying, because defensively, when we make our shift, we're stronger than you. First of all, you got to start with Teoscar in the outfield. We don't. And we have
Barger who's got his questions as well, but he's actually been pretty strong these playoffs.
Yeah, so who'd you rather have in right field, Teoscar or Barger?
Well, my answer, Barger.
Okay, well, we know that. He made one play that he kind of misplayed, but Varsho got it off the wall, which was great to back each other up like that. But outside of that, Barger's been solid, and he's got the gun.
And don't forget the first pinch hit grand slam in World Series history in Game 1.
How can you not? And you know what? This is what I hate about Toronto. Then... what's her name? Hazel May has a sit down with Barger in between games. I know they got a lot of time to kill, but Barger's sitting there. I don't see he was.
It's also the World Series.
It's the World Series, yes, but I mean, doesn't this guy have enough to think about him? Let him just go home, play video games, talk to his girlfriend, walk his dog, and come back.
It's the World Series, man. Things starts to get weird. Did you hear the story about him sleeping on Schneider's couch the night before?
Who's that? Barger?
Yeah. So, I guess his parents were in town. They, didn't have time to get a hotel room. So, Barger's like, you could sleep at my place. He needed a place to crash. And Schneider's like, yeah, you can sleep on my pull-out couch. Yeah. Then one of the reporters is like, oh, you didn't offer him your bed? And he's like, yeah, my mom said the same thing. I was like, no, you can sleep on the couch.
Yeah. That's how close the team is.
Well, and those two guys came up all the way together.
Oh, yeah,
through
yeah,
Vancouver,
yes.
Dunedin, New Hampshire, yeah.
People forget that, how long Schneider's been in the series. Do you think that Schneider's made some dubious decisions?
John? Oh, I meant Davis Schneider.
Oh, Davis Schneider. Oh, yeah, those two. Okay. But
John Schneider, dubious decisions? Besides the little...
Okay, I'm just saying we know that. We know where you're going with this. Okay, so I want to know.
I actually think his decision-making's been pretty solid.
I do, too. There's been the one glaring thing that we can all jump out at, but that's every other manager in baseball's had their one glaring.
You're talking Game 5 Seattle?
Whatever the case may be.
The little one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. The bottom line is... I think now that Schneider, we got to get away, and I was one of the worst people about saying that, is how many times strings are pulled from the press box.
Allegedly,
right? So I'm going to cool on that just because Schneider's done a lot of stuff to get it. And we're in the World Series, bro.
I know.
We're in the goddamn World Series. How much better? What more when we start the season?
So,
what do we want to see? The Jays in the World Series. Here we are.
I forgot to ask you this. What was your reaction when they won?
What's that?
What was your reaction when they won?
I was right here. I was asked to go out. There was so much sports on night. I just stood up and went, yeah. And then I looked at the picture of my son. Because I had a moment with him because if my son was here, he would be, and I got a lot of texts from him, he'd be losing his shit. You know what it felt like? It felt fucking good, bro. It felt good. I went upstairs, gave the old lady a hug, took Stanley out, and lit one up.
Yeah, me, my mom, my brother, we all hugged each other. I was crying.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was so overwhelmed.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at your whole life. You've never seen it. You've only heard about it. I meant to call you, but I figured you up.
2015 was like, that was the one that was like, so I watched the videos, like each MLB team's most painful moment or whatever, and they actually had 2016 Blue Jays, not 15, which was a little surprising. But that was because I guess the Jays were shut down by the Cleveland Stars in that series, so understandable. But 15 was more painful for me, especially with Brett Cecil being injured in the DS that year. Like, man, had he been healthy, I think the Jays would have taken that to Game 7, then who knows, right?
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. And I like Brett Cecil.
I love Brett Cecil,
I did at that time. No, if you weren't emotional, then you're not a fan. You know, you waited like this now. Here's another thing I hate to say, and even the old lady knows this, is that I have a pantheon of love for teams. And you got to remember, back in 1992, 93, I wasn't even really cheering for the Jays.
You hated them.
I never hated them. I was a Tiger guy. So just remember, what always changed my mind, and you're too young to get it. The strike. Yeah. And the whole city shit on baseball. I just went. The Expo thing, because it could have been 3 Canadian teams in a row. We know that. But my take on the matter is, I'm such a baseball guy that when everyone turned their backs, you guys just won 2 World Series in a row. You're disrespecting your own history 32 years later.
But those weren't real baseball fans.
Now, this city's a baseball. I thought it was a baseball town back then. It's grown exponentially since, and I think it's because
it took 20 years to kind of build it back up.
Okay, so look at my son and his crew. They're all like about 7, 8 years older than you, and they remember it, but they don't. Mm-hmm. And now they're out going to games, and they're having parties, and they're losing their minds because they kind of remember it, but now they're adults, and they're going, this is more fun because we're in on it, front page with all this. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I got calls from BOH, all the boys. They were all going, you know how excited everybody was? Because you guys, like, think your whole life you've been watching the Blue Jays. Yeah. Now they get to the World Series, and you get a tear in your eye. If you
because I've seen some fucking horrible Blue Jays teams, and it's just like
if you didn't feel that way, then you shouldn't be in this house doing this show as we speak. It's that simple. It must have been more amazing for you, and I was very happy. I was like but I mean. It's not like if the Hawaiians goes to Super Bowl. Have you got to put it on a different level, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's your level of stuff. But am I happy about this? I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, like
I burned a fatty and I just sat down. I got a few texts. I talked to some people, and you just kept thinking, "We're in the World Series, bro. We're in the World Series." It was an amazing feeling, and it's not done.
No,
it's not done. Remember that. 3 more.
I had to tell Radhika too, because like I was kind of explaining it to her. I'm like. This was like the Raptors getting here like times 100. She's like, times 100. I'm like, yeah. Yes. I love the Raptors, but like the Blue Jays, it's like, I've been going to games since, I was like 4 years old. Like, They own the summer, right? So,
exactly.
yeah.
No. And the Raptors are an amazing thing, okay? We're glad
And I followed them that whole run getting there before that. Chris Bosh, like all that nonsense, you know?
I got you. But the bottom line is that just tells you where the level of the team is in the city. And the Blue Jays
well, for me personally, like Blue Jays, they're my number 2. They always will be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're right down. Like, people understand Toronto is a baseball town. Like,
Canada's a baseball country, low-key.
And and not only that, we're not small market. We're the Toronto freaking Blue Jays.
Third biggest market in North America.
Thank you very much. And we're in the
Fourth
World
highest
Series.
payroll in baseball.
We're in the World Series.
By the way, my algorithm has just been overrun with 92, 93 World Series videos, including those awesome Coke commercials.
Oh, yeah. I remember all that. Yeah, that's a long time ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a great video by Secret Base 2 about the Joe Carter home run. Highly recommend. It's called Rewind.
Yeah.
Just search up Rewind Joe Carter.
Yep.
Mitch Williams hasn't been seen since.
No. He went.
No one knows where he is, actually. It's
I heard
crazy.
he had money and he just went off. He just fishes and stays out in the country. That's word around the campfire. You know, the thing about Joe Carter is when you see him, I'm glad to see him because we both look old.
And he made the pitch from the mound last night, the opening pitch.
No problem. But
Cito and Joe Carter, perfect choices for 1-2.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But I mean, I'm seeing Joe's looking long in the tooth, and I looked in the mirror and I said to the old lady, I go, look at me and Joe. We look the same. We look the same.
Joe looks pretty good, though.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? We're
Not that you don't look good.
No, stop it. I'm just saying that sometimes, you know, the thing about getting older, people dye in their hair. Like, guys might dye in their hair and fixing their face. No.
I'm not down for that.
No, you age gracefully.
Yes.
This is what you do. And look at Joe's aging gracefully. That's all you got to do.
So game 6 and 7, if it comes back to Toronto, when it comes back to Toronto.
When it comes back to Toronto, yep.
Pat Borders, Paul Molitor throwing out the first pitches, the 2 MVPs.
That's Robbie Alomar ain't getting anywhere near it.
No.
Did you hear the whisper? Oh, Robbie, that's it. Like, how
Hey,
much have you heard Robbie Alomar?
History, but that's it.
6 syllables. I heard all of.
Yeah, his name is 6 syllables. Yeah.
So that's all you get. Unfortunately, because we're back here, we're on the highest moral level here too. Robbie, sorry, but we can't bring you up. But I think that they're definitely they would definitely be 2 of the candidates to do it. You know what I mean? If we're going to get here, because I think it's going to go 7. We're going to be scrappy enough. You know what I mean? We're going to pick at frickin' Ohtani. I can't wait till frickin' Springer hits one off frickin' Ohtani. Here it goes. Because if you catch Ohtani, it's leaving the park.
Oh, yeah.
So that's all we got to know. Make contact, which is what we do.
Also, for the Jays, the World Series roster, this is a bit of a surprise for me, but not for you. Yariel Rodriguez was out. Ty France in.
It didn't surprise me at all because we need the
And obviously
extra back.
Loperfido out, Bichette in, but that was a given.
Okay, but I understood that move because, first of all, Rodriguez has pitched himself out of the bullpen. Like, we thought he was going to be our steadies. Look at the last 2 times he came out. What did he do? 15 pitches to hit the plate. Can't be doing that. No. We got Little to worry about, and these other guys who take less pitches to hit the plate.
Well, Little's a lefty, so you need those.
That's what I'm saying. But and that's the main reason that he stayed over that.
But he's not even our best lefty, thank God.
No, but I'll take it one step further. France is a veteran guy. We know for a pinch hitting situation, we need
defense too,
and he can still play D. So like it was, I wasn't one bit surprised. You know, we got France because we wanted him in a situation like this.
Of course.
So here we are.
And also Silver Slugger finalists. The Jays have 3. Bo Bichette for shortstop, Vlad for first base, and Springer actually for 2 positions, outfield and DH.
That's just amazing. By the way, we can't say enough though. One more time when we were talking about it on other segments, but this Trey Savage is just people. Not only like you should be emotional about getting to the World Series. Look at no Barrios starting, no Bassett starting, whatever. And we got a 22-year-old kid going out there. This is going to be in Blue Jay lore forever, regardless of situation.
Wasn't he like the youngest pitcher to start a World Series Game 1 or something like that?
Or second youngest.
Or like, he's the least experienced, I think, in terms of games.
Yeah, that's what it was, but not the youngest. No. Something like that, yeah.
Also, so I was doing a little bit of research with Gold Glove Silver Sluggers. The Jays have never had a Silver Slugger. No, sorry. They've never had a Gold Glove catcher, and they've never had a Silver Slugger shortstop.
Really?
Yeah.
No, because we never had anyone at Tony Fernandez.
He won Gold Gloves, but not
because he didn't have. There was other shortstops around at the time, the Robin Youts and all those guys of the world. Baraga.
So Bichette could be the first Silver Slugger shortstop.
I think he should be. Like he's still second in the league in hits.
No, the problem is he's going up against Bobby Witt.
Oh, right.
Either way. Anything you want to add for baseball?
No, just everybody go out there, show all your Blue Jay love. I see it on the street every day. We are very, very, very happy that the Toronto Blue Jays are in the World Series. Don't lose faith. Like I said, people called me the first night, and I said, the kid's going to get it. We'll win game 1. That doesn't mean we're going to win 4 straight, but I'm still loving our chances.
Scherzer on the mound tomorrow night, and then we got Beaver game 4.
That's the thing that I'm really...
Mad Max.
Tomorrow.
Going up against a former team of his.
That's right. But, I mean, it's just weird that we put him in then. But we can trust him.
I don't have a problem with that. Go fucking Max.
Yes.
We'll move this over to the NFL and our newest edition of the Power Rankings. Cruz, would you like me to begin, or do you want to start?
No, I want to yell loud, man.
Okay.
I got to say some shit. The NFL has changed. We're in week 8. We got to do our midseason report. We're almost halfway there. So some of my predictions are just like shite. Okay, I get it.
Well,
or ass.
We both picked Houston to win the division. We could start there.
Okay, so here we go. So my power rankings look like this. Number 5, the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
Number 4, the Los Angeles Rams.
Whoa.
Number 3, the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Number 2, the Indianapolis Colts. And number 1, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
That's just the way it got to roll. I'm leaving them there for the rest of the year. What do I put that? Unless they lose 3 in a row, they're not moving.
Fair enough. My number 5, I still have the Green Bay Packers. I thought hard about Seattle. I thought hard about New England. I got Green Bay. Number 4, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, falling 3 spots. Number 3, I got the Indianapolis Colts. Number 2, I thought about putting them number 1. I got the Kansas City Chiefs. And number 1, I have your Detroit Lions.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But that's just what you got to realize, okay? Something about Ford Field is magical, okay? Because I was worried. I didn't even take the points because I thought 6 points with Baker. Did you see the back end of our defense play? Like, we just got something going on in Detroit where we just mix and match and we go because our front 7 is amazing. Mm-hmm. But we didn't beat Tampa Bay. We crushed them. And not only that.
With your beat-up secondary,
With our beat-up secondary. And not only that. We left 21 points on the field? Like, we won by what, almost 30? Mm-hmm. We should have scored 50 points that night. I was screaming. Me and my brother, hey, Joe, if you're listening, we were texting back and forth like, okay, we went on 4th down, I get it. We missed the field goal, I get it. We had a turnover, and all of those we were inside the 30. Inside the 30 on Tampa all 3 times. That's 9 points there, but we left so many points on the board. It's ridiculous. But now we got to start talking about Jared Goff. Is he elite or not? 75% completion percentage, and what's his freaking quarterback rating? 121 or something stupid? Come on.
He's definitely one of the favorites for MVP. Him, Dak.
Oh, yeah,
Daniel
definitely.
Jones.
Oh, and don't forget Patrick Mahomes. That little...
Yeah,
I don't want to call him
himself
nose
up
out
to
there.
4th in passing yards.
Okay, so it was the Raiders last week. It looked like a goddamn scrimmage. Okay, and they got away. They beat Detroit, which is big on their mantle, and they've got some games to go because they still got a tough schedule because they went to the Super Bowl. But now that they've got everybody back and their defense is solid, all they've done is open it up for Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Now Kelsey's going to be Kelce again.
And they ran the greatest trick play in NFL history, possibly.
I haven't seen that in years. That's a Dan Marino trick, isn't it? Didn't they say?
No, this never works. Boom, just punch it in.
Yes, exactly. You know what I mean? And they're firing on all cylinders. Like, I don't know how people back when it was like they were 0-2, they were talking about what's going on with them. They just got caught 2 places too early. Like, they were going to come back.
We were never doom and gloom about the Chiefs on this show.
No. How could we be? We're not that stupid. You know what I mean? The bottom line is that Kansas City is just... I don't know how to explain them, but I'll tell you this much. They are a damn good football team. They're a little too cocky for my liking. I think that they got the golden boy, the new golden boy as a quarterback. Everybody wants them on TV. So sometimes when you're talking about, I don't want to talk about, I'll talk about it this way. Someone brought up that they should have a referee academy in the NFL. Not these part-time guys coming in, they show up at training camp.
Well, I agree that's a big problem. NFL should have full-time refs, but...
Exactly. We should go there because then what happens is you have people that can say shit about... Like, there's places online when you can see a lineup of calls that one team gets in a row. They used to do it against Brady, too. But it makes you question the integrity of the game at time. Why did you call this at this particular time? That's going to be the name of the show by the time you do that. Why did you call this? Because I got lots of shit.
Not something Blue Jays related? Come on.
No.
You're killing all my prep here.
No, okay, you can go with that. But you know what I'm saying? So Kansas City's going to be there, but they seem to be, like the Detroit game alone, people are screaming. Like, if you see what went on there, and they never got a penalty in the game. One of the most physical games of the goddamn year. Detroit gets 10 penalties.
Well, you
they
can be clean and physical.
Stop it. You can't go a whole game. 10 penalties one team, 0 penalties the other team. On national TV.
Well, they can do it because they did.
Stop it. It's just insane. But that doesn't take away from the fact that if you and don't think that the Eagles aren't going to make another appearance on this. But if you look at the 5 teams we basically take, I can't take Tampa Bay now because their receiving core is too beat up. And if you know if they're yeah, and not only that,
Mike Evans.
Did you notice they're all coming at Baker like this now?
Yeah.
Everybody's just coming in with hands up, and he doesn't have Bucky Irving to back him up in the backfield. So I think
but he's got Rashad White. He's more than capable of filling in back there, don't you think?
On where?
Like the back, his running back.
On Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like White.
I think he's not as explosive as Irving.
Obviously not, but he can still do the job.
And I'm still thinking that they can win that division. The thing is we all had this Atlanta love. Is Atlanta coming for real?
I did not have Atlanta love.
I do, and I think that they
frauds.
They could be. But listen, who do they play today? They're at home, and I think that
Don't they play Miami?
Yeah, I don't know if they'll cover that spread because it's a little bit too big for my liking. But yeah, they're at home and they do good things.
They'll cover. Miami sucks.
Oh, Miami's just another story unto them and themselves.
Tua adding another distraction last week. It worked out so well for them, throwing his teammates under the bus.
Well, we'll get that's maybe under the bus is another 6 because we'll be talking about that as we go along.
Like, come on, when you're losing like that, all you did is just add another distraction, another bullshit thing that your team's got to think about now, like
PTSD,
whatever it may be. Tua, like.
No, that was awful. Everybody's
getting hard to defend Tua just in general.
You know what I feel bad for is McDaniels.
Oh, because he was like, Tua's my guy. Miami didn't want to sign him to that money. No, you signed him to this money.
Oh, and
look how that's working
that
now.
Could be an albatross for them for years to come. But he's not a bad quarterback. Just something's not twisting with everybody. The communication in that house.
Yeah, something's not clicking.
Something is in that clubhouse that's not going right. He's got wide receivers. He's got a decent O-line. The defense is but sometimes it looks like they're not trying. And when you get all that going on, what do you end up with? The Miami Dolphins. But that's enough talk about them. We should just go around around the league and talk about things like your New England Patriots. Are they now a serious playoff threat?
I think so.
I think so too.
They have the defense, number one.
Definitely.
They got the quarterback.
Yes, they do. And what is happening is it's like the old days with New England. They make the players on their team. Like this is and Josh Daniels is scheming it up amazing. The old New England way. So you make guys like Bourne look good. The tight ends look good. Sometimes they have those 2 tight end sets. You know what I mean? And Drake make a move.
Yes, he can.
He can move. So I'm thinking that they're very viable.
Running back is something they still need to figure out. Stevenson is still a fumble machine, and he's still our number one. It doesn't look like they're giving Henderson, the kid, more of the touches, but...
Is it because he's a little bit small right now? Vrabel likes a big back because I thought they would use him a little bit more.
Everyone did.
You know, I was like,
especially coming out of training camp, everyone was like, "All Henderson, oh my god, he's gonna take over, and like
he was a fantasy
almost halfway
dream
through,
guy.
Yeah, and halfway through the season, we're still not there.
Where's he gonna go? I don't know, but anyways, I think that Buffalo's gonna be there. The rest of that division you can't even talk about, but Buffalo's gonna right the ship today. Don't you think so?
Would they go
I
up
think
against?
they're gonna just I forget where are they at now? Where are we at?
They play. Yeah, they're in Carolina.
That should be. Carolina's gonna give them a battle because
I think Carolina might cover.
I don't think
Carolina's good at home.
Yeah, but I think that Buffalo. First of all, Buffalo's usually their record against NFC teams is amazing. Especially.
I'm not saying they're going to lose. I'm saying that Carolina's going to cover. I think it's going to be a closer game than you think.
I took Buffalo in there, but. They're the only ones there. Then we go to the next division. What's going on in the AFC North? Like, what's Pittsburgh going to be a one and done?
Yeah, because they're the Steelers. That's what they've been in the last 10 years.
Sorry, God bless you, Aaron Rodgers, but I just was thinking, look at Cincinnati's only a game.
They're not even a shoo-in to win the division because Cincinnati's still hanging around.
Yes, and they let them hang around on that Thursday night game was just brutal. Like how they let them get away with that, I don't know. And the Browns are still going to be tough because when they play at home and they got that defense.
Well, they got the defense, but like, I think they're
out of it. And don't talk about Baltimore now unless they win 4 in a row.
Well, and Lamar's not even playing today.
And then they got to bye, so they're in trouble. So that's the end of that division, which gets us to the AFC South, which is one of the most
fraud division.
No, you can't say that about Indy. They got
no, not Indy. Jacksonville and Houston. I'm saying are frauds.
You're 100% right on that because I was trying to give Jacksonville the time of day after the Kansas City win.
I tried to as well.
And they shit the bed both games afterwards. Not even close. Just got bitch slapped. Especially that performance against the freaking Rams.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You know, my boy Stafford looked like $1 million. Again,
Trevor Lawrence, what's going on with this guy? That's the big question.
I don't know. Is it the offense that he's working in? Because he overthrows guys so much.
And he's
got
so
a good
bizarre.
arm.
Because like coming out of college, oh my god, this is the best prospect in football history since Peyton Manning. Oh my god, blah 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 blah. And like he just has not even been close to that.
Okay,
it's ridiculous.
But they got the Travis Hunter conundrum.
He looks like he finally might be turning a corner with his performance. But I mean,
he's
that's
not a
one
bad
guy.
player, but I mean, is he a wide receiver or is he going to be the corner guy? I think they should just put him out in the corner and let him go because they force the ball to him.
How about this? Just pick one.
Yes,
just
okay.
pick one.
But they force the ball to him at times, and even and you know when you get the
but
downs,
that seems to be a problem with Trevor to begin with.
Don't force the ball to the guy.
He just forces the ball anyways, though. I think that's a quarterback problem.
Could be.
Rather than a scheme problem.
Could be. He's got a cannon for an arm. We know that. But
doesn't always know how to use it.
No. So I'm just saying Indianapolis, and I'm just like dismissing all the... Houston could come back because that defense is so good.
So there's a stat I heard today. It was crazy. So they're the first team in NFL history to lead the team in points against. So having the best points defense. And have an under 500 record through six.
And since the Super Bowl era, right? Something like that?
Probably,
It's some crazy-ass stat I did, too, because their defense is mad.
And the only reason they have a plus points differential is just because they blew out the Ravens and they had that game against the Titans. They're only 2 wins.
Exactly, and if the point differential wasn't so big there, their defense would they're amazing. But I still say that they're I'm not throwing them under the bus yet. I'm still getting around. However, you got the 3 teams in the AFC West. Are any of those teams going anywhere? Chargers righted the ship. Look what the difference when they got their O-line back. Joe Alt come back and they got the other guy on the right tackle. Look what happens on your O-line instantly. Like, look the difference between when they played the game before.
AFC West, this is looking like it's going to be a crazy one.
Maybe now, because they're saying the NFC
Those
North,
top 3 should all make the playoffs.
I'm thinking so, too.
Yeah.
Is this the best division in football?
100%.
NFC North.
Still a few questions left to answer there, especially with the Bears.
Okay, but
they were 4-2 this time last year too.
Okay, but we still got the Vikings in there. And you look at the worst team in the division; they got the Raiders. Every team in the NFC North is better than the Raiders. So it'll be a bigger
worst team. They're not even going to make the playoffs. So like, why are we even talking about them?
Because we're talking about what is a better division.
Yeah, but they're so much stronger at the top. I would say.
You're the one that's talking Green Bay in your power rankings.
Again, it's 3 versus 2. I'm saying there's 3 contenders versus 2.
I'm not sold on Denver yet. I think they should have been, because we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about that crazy-ass comeback in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Like, and
Sean Payton throwing shade at Russell Wilson after that, too.
Oh, that's just scummy move. That's Payton being a diva. He's the biggest diva coach in the league.
Oh, we all know that. But I think that game, too, was like the biggest lead blown that late in an NFL game.
Did you see Drabel? He had a baby on the sideline.
Well, how can you not?
You know what I'm saying? So what does that say about both teams when you're talking about, we'll get to the NFC right there right now.
Well, the Giants are frauds. Like all this stuff about Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, like he's already like going like full crazy. He's got like the grills in his teeth now. It's like this guy's not even going to last. We thought 5 years. He's not even going to last 3.
Okay, so like get to 3 years out of him, because what you have to give credit for is that front 4 on the Giants is underrated.
Oh, for sure.
They're underrated. Like they have some defense there, but that
team has too many holes.
Yeah, but I mean, they're what I'm going to say is that they're going to be exciting. They're going to be better, tie your shoes tighter when you play them. But I think that loss pushed them behind because Dallas, Washington, and we'll get to them in a minute. Yeah. But all 3 teams you believe are going to make it from the West.
AFC
Chargers,
West.
AFC West.
I think I picked them all the preseason.
I think so too. I had Chargers winning the division.
You didn't have Denver making it,
didn't I?
No.
Okay, I'm not sure if they will, because I'm saying now, once it gets to the playoffs, like the AFC North, there's only going to be one team, and I think that team will be one and done. The Indies going to be the only team out of there, and who knows what the Indies going to be like by the end of the year. Yeah. They're real, but there's
still a long way to go with them. We don't know quite how they're going to go. With that Giants game though, so Payton's comments about Wilson, like it was very obviously pointed comments. was like, oh, well, we wished they would have played Dart a little bit later. Like, obviously, it's a shot at Russell Wilson.
100%.
Wilson clapped back for the first time in his career, which credit to him. Like,
yes.
Guy who never claps back.
I'm not a wallflower.
Yeah, and then Peyton, when he was asked about the clapback, was like, oh, that wasn't about Russell Wilson.
Come on.
What? Like,
so disingenuous, is that the word?
100%.
You know what I mean? So screw it. Peyton, we know your reputation. You know how we talked to him when he was on the team. Like, come on. We know what happened there. So, like, all of a sudden it's peaches and cream. Stop it. We know what you're all about. But, by the way, he better tighten up his ship because they got away with that win. Yeah. Like,
sure.
that's an improbable win for the season. They're not going to have another one. And their schedule is a little bit tougher than people realize. So,
well, because they were second place last year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
And they have a defense.
Yes.
And if you have a mobile defense, you got a chance to slow down some of the offenses in this league. So the bottom line is the Chargers, they tightened up a little bit on defense, but they're suspect. But I think that in the long run that the Chargers offense will be better than the Denver offense, which will carry them farther. You know?
With the Giants, too, Dable and the Giants both got fined for...
Which they should.
For that game against Philly.
Yes, about going into
the 10. That was ridiculous.
Yes. You know what I mean? They talk about player safety all the time. And even Scadaboo got fined too, eh?
Oh, did he? I missed that.
$15,000 because he stuck his head. They said, well, his head just got in the way.
Well, let's be real. He was also being told by Dable to do that.
Well, the bottom line is when you look
Not that makes it any more right.
No, we're talking about a player's health. That's why they have the blue 10 people, so all of America can say you're serious about injuries. And the coach goes, fuck you, ref.
My job's on the line.
Get this guy back out here. I'm not putting Russell Wilson out there so Sean Payton can make fun of me. Come on. Isn't the NBA, the NFL has his own little dramas.
Of course, its own little soap opera.
But we should move over to the NFC.
One more thing about the AFC, are the Jets worse than they were 5 years ago when they were just a complete shit show?
I feel sorry for Glenn. I don't know what their quarterback situation is going to be.
I think they're playing Fields today.
Yes, they are. They have to because the other buddy's not that good. But, yeah, they could be. But that's a circle of hell. They're the Buffalo Sabres of which we shouldn't say because look at the Buffalo.
No, they're exactly the Buffalo Sabres. They haven't made the playoffs both since 2011.
Yes, the longest stretches in professional sports.
They're both tied, yeah.
So it's pretty crazy on that element. But anyways, the thing is that that's a great fan base. You don't realize what it is. Sorry about your luck. I've been a Detroit Lion guy for years. There is hope at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Light at the end of the tunnel.
Let's move this quickly through the NFC. So NFC East. That one, Eagles are still in the lead, but a lot of people, they will tell you that this is kind of open for the Cowboys still.
If Dallas gets a modicum of defense, they're making the playoffs because their offense is almost unstoppable now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They got two number ones. They got a bit of a running game. The O-line's working, and Dak's playing at the highest level he's played in the league.
I think CeeDee Lamb was also quoted as saying that this is the best Dallas offense that he's ever been a part of.
That's saying a lot. Yeah. Okay, so they're gonna score 30 points a game. But their defensive metrics are so bad. They're bottom of the league.
Yeah.
In some of the shit
bad.
That's going on. And who do they got to play? I think, do they got to bye this week? No,
they play.
They should have an easy win this week, if I do remember correctly, because I did take them this week.
No, they're in Denver.
They're in Denver. I took them anyway.
Really?
Yeah, because I said that's going to be a bit of a scoring game. Denver Mile High, though.
Yeah,
but Dallas seems to win on the road against AFC teams.
Okay.
They've got a decent record, except when Dak's been injured. But when he's been actually playing, I've seen a number go by that says it's favorable in his thing, but I'm going to say that. But Philadelphia's going to win that division, even though that's the hardest division to win 2 in a row. And Washington
No one's done it in a long time.
No, and Washington's in big trouble.
They're under 500.
And not only
no one saw that coming.
No, and Mariota is starting today, not Jaden Daniels. Yeah. And they've got a tough one on their slate, don't they? Yeah, they're at Kansas City, and I don't see them winning that. So that's a game behind.
Bye-bye Commanders? We're getting there.
Yes, if they don't win very soon, it's gonna be big trouble. But Philadelphia and Dallas, I do believe, are gonna somehow end up coming out of there as playoff teams.
NFC North.
Okay, we know, of all the slack that's been said about the Lions are the best team in that division. I don't care what anyone says. We've had the tougher schedule than anyone. Oh, and got Wilbon saying, they played 2 Giants and they lost. First game against Green Bay, we lost, in Green Bay. And we lost in Kansas City, which was a very controversial, crazy-ass, whatever you want to look at game. Besides that, we've been thumping people. You're not going to beat us in Ford Field. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a lot to do that, and we got games along the schedule that we're going to win. And my prediction is this: 11 games wins the NFC North. 11 wins will win the NFC North. You watch. And most of the other divisions,
So you think
too.
the Lions are going to lose a lot of games here in the second half?
To who?
Well, they're 5-2, so...
So if they go 5-2 again, they win the division. That's simple.
Okay.
Don't you think it's that way? What's Green Bay going to do? What has Green Bay done that come out, except for the Lions win? What have they come out and done that made you say these guys are ready for the Super Bowl? They barely beat a couple of teams. It's the Green Bay Packers. They've done nothing to make me jump up and down and say, oh, look at who have they played? Detroit, Washington, okay, Cleveland, Dallas, Cincinnati, Arizona. Come on. And a couple of those games, they were dogfighting at the end just to beat them. Like Brissett almost beat them. You know what I mean? Whereas Detroit, they come home, what do? They destroy. They went on the road, they destroyed. So I'm giving Green Bay more credit. The sleepy thing about
I think
this,
Green Bay's a wild card team. I agree
oh,
with
yeah,
you.
okay, but it's the Chicago Bears. I think Minnesota's in a free fall. They
Yeah,
have to figure out
3-4.
the
They're in Commanders territory.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, and Minnesota's that team. Makes the playoffs, miss the playoffs. Did they make playoffs last year?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is the miss the playoffs year. So
I think they're doing the right thing, not
rushing JJ.
Yeah, exactly. They're thinking development with him, which so many other teams have fallen into that trap.
okay, so what? Yeah, so don't, which is good. So
You don't want a Baker Mayfield situation where he's playing like an MVP on another team.
exactly. And but what are you saying about the Sam Darnold situation then? Should they have kept him?
Not if you're thinking development for McCarthy.
No, and the money that they would have had to put out. So they're still
And he's doing well in Seattle, but it's not like he's lighting the world on fire.
No, and even though that game they won last week against Texas, he gave up 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't put them up as high as they can, because there's some pressure on him. But he throws a great ball, and that guy with the funny name, the wide receiver, he's been the best wide receiver.
Smith and Jigba?
Yeah, he's been the best wide receiver. You just throw the ball to that guy in the area, and he goes and gets it. I don't know.
Cheat code. It's like Madden or something.
Oh, no, they've been there. So I think Seattle's going to be there. But my take is, after the NFC North, the Chicago Bears are the wild card. They're making the wild card, but just the way they've been playing.
Yeah.
Their defense is solid. They're getting better on offense, and you got to go into their stadium. They're not afraid to be on the road. They're 4-2.
Could be a wild card team this year.
That's what I'm saying. The question is going to be 3 teams come from the NFC North to make the playoffs?
We're seeing 3 teams from the AFC West, so why not?
But the AFC West is a different story. Look at the division situations. It's got to be tighter. Like, do you think Atlanta is just going to fall off the cliff?
Yes.
Okay. So you're just saying,
I have no respect for Atlanta. We know this.
even if they win this week?
Even if they win, if they beat the fucking Miami Dolphins, who cares?
That's true, too. Well, we'll see down the road. So you're only saying Tampa Bay is the only one to see you coming out of that division?
Yes.
And
I've said that since the start of the year.
Carolina's got a better record, which is unbelievable. So
well, Carolina's a good home team.
Yeah, they have been. So
garbage on the road. But.
So we're all saying there's 3 teams at 5-2 in the NFC West. So that particularly makes them maybe the best, toughest division in.
No, Chiefs are 4-3, and the Chargers are 5-3.
Okay, yeah, but look at the NFC West. 3 teams at 5-2.
NFC. Oh, yes.
Does that make them the best division in football, according to the numbers?
Except
yes.
the Cardinals.
Well, and you know what? The Cardinals should be better because they've lost 3 games in the last 5 minutes. Like they
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah, but they've got one of those screwy stats where they've lost 3 games by a combined 15 points or something.
They're just one of those weird cursed franchises.
In a weird way, but they're 2-5. At one point, they could have been 4-0.
Could have been.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. So they're not a team that you can just okay, it's Arizona, we're going to beat them, because they're going to sneak up on people in the second half.
Oh yeah,
of the year. They got a good defense too.
It's going to be too little, too late.
Yes, they're not going out of there. So
them in Baltimore, the bird teams.
Yes, bye. So what we're basically getting at, 3 NFC West teams. So that means you can't have 3 NFC North teams.
No. One of those is going to have to. And plus the Cowboys are going to be in the mix.
Cowboys are in the mix. We can't count Washington out. Should be a
I'm starting to count Washington out.
Me too. It's too bad. The sophomore jinx, whatever the case. And Philadelphia is at 5-2 with all their trials and tribulations. I'm not pushing them out of the way by no means. Still one of the best rosters. They seem to have been fixing their O-line. If you notice in this league, and we've talked about it for years, your O-line has a lot to do with what you do as a winning team.
O-line in your front 4, front 3 on defense.
Yes, and look at Indianapolis. They got a great front 4. And the top teams, and here's one of the metrics that's really weird. You know, Atlanta's also a top 10 offense-defense team?
We've talked about this, yeah.
That's weird how they got in there. But all the other teams like Detroit, San Francisco, Indy, The Jags were there till they got their asses kicked, but it's making them the frauds that they are. But in any event, that should pretty well wrap it up for the football.
Yeah, just no more. It looks like we're at the end of Monday night doubleheaders. I am ecstatic about that. That 10 o'clock one was just ridiculous.
Okay, so
too late for football.
I'm not going to shine.
You're retired. Some of us had work in the morning.
I didn't mind when that Seattle game went. It was a messy game though. To stay up that late and watch with the turnovers and
no one wants
the rush
to see that.
It was a mess.
Midnight.
And even though Seattle had won, the Texas defense was playing like madman. Stroud couldn't get out of his own way because the O-line is so terrible on Texas. But that's another story. Ready for our picks?
Yes, I am. Just let me pull them up. Last week.
Before I'm going to say this, what do you think of this thing that's starting to happen in the NFL? And it's weird. All of a sudden, they'll go to the box and they'll change the play in 2 seconds. There's no foul. It'll come from the box in New York. You missed something there. Guy got hit in the head. Send him to the tent or redo the play. He didn't have the ball. Like there's no red flag thrown. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Have you noticed that this year?
A little bit.
Yeah. So when do they get to do that?
I don't know.
I don't like that. I don't like I don't know.
Is it just when New York calls it? Like, hey.
Yeah, there's been a few games on, and the announcers kind of just jump over it.
Well, the guys going in the tent, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. No, I agree with that. If you I love those calls from upstairs. Like that guy looked like don't hide that. But some of the plays where the ball hits the ground or where the placement was on the first down or whatever. The worst case being is when they called the Detroit play. They called back and said, you made a mistake. Jared Goff didn't stop. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's one of the most glaring ones. They said 99 out of 100 times, okay, we miss it, we go on. Now they jumped in to do it. Are they going to do it when they do the tush push?
Wow, well, that's the one that's hard to call. But
okay, so that's where I'm saying.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that.
Yes, definitely. That's
so
what I'm saying.
Last week I beat you 7-6. I am up on the season series now 5-1.
Okay, so here we go. It's my time for the comeback.
All right. First of all, we got Miami at Atlanta. Atlanta is favored by 6.5 at home. I'm going to take the Falcons because Miami is hot garbage.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this. I've been chanting about Atlanta. I think Miami's going to cover.
Wow. Chicago at Baltimore. Somehow, without Lamar, Baltimore still favored by 2.5. I'm going to take Chicago on the road.
Me too. We were just talking about it. I'm taking the Bears.
New York Jets at the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are favored by 5.5. Jets are pathetic. Bengals all day.
Well, look what they did last week because they did Joe Flacco throwing it up and Higgins and Chase catching them easy.
Oh, they're all smiles now.
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo at Carolina. Buffalo's favored by 7.5 on the road. However, Carolina, a very good home team. I don't think they win, but I think they cover. Give me the Panthers.
I think the Bills come out, and not only that, they got Andy Dalton, not Bryce Young.
Even better.
Okay.
He was very good last year in his short stints with Carolina.
I'm taking Buffalo.
San Francisco at Houston. Houston favored by 2.5 at home. 49ers all day.
Here comes when the season starts shifting the other way, and Houston's going to win at home. Here we go.
No chance.
Here we go.
Houston's pathetic.
They're going to
frauds. Cleveland at New England. New England is favored by 7.5 at home. Give me the Patriots.
I do too because the defense is going to keep Cleveland's offense off the field.
Exactly.
Time of possession is going to be insane.
New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles favored by 7.5. This is the revenge game. Eagles all day. I think they win by 2 touchdowns.
Oh, I do too. I think they're going to say enough scataboo this.
And dart that.
And dart that. That's
you might get pancaked. We'll see.
That's okay. I'll end our thing on that. Go ahead.
Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Tampa Bay favored by 3.5 on the road. Baker hates New Orleans. Give me Tampa Bay.
I'm taking the Saints.
Oh. Every time I feel like you've done that, it hasn't gone well for you.
I'm saying it's something sneaky is going to happen down in the Bayou today.
Okay. Tennessee at Indianapolis. Indianapolis favored by 14.5 at home.
I would have taken 20.
I'm on the Colts too.
Colts look great. All levels.
Titans look like shite.
Yes, no, but they're playing in Indy too, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Oh.
R.I.P. Dallas at Denver. Denver favored by 3.5 at home. I'm on Denver. You're on Dallas, you said, though.
Yep.
Sunday nighter. This one, don't call it a revenge game. Green Bay at Pittsburgh. Green Bay favored by 2.5 on the road. I was going to take Pittsburgh, but I'm going to switch my pick and take Green Bay.
It's in Pittsburgh, right?
Yes, it is.
Stanley, who do you like?
Weirdly, I think Pittsburgh would have won it if it was in Green Bay. because it would have been Rogers' return there. That's my weird take.
I just seen that Pittsburgh defense.
Are you on Pittsburgh?
I don't know. Stanley, who do you like? Left paw, right paw. Okay, I'm going to go just because I want Aaron Rodgers to win, so that's a stupid way to pick.
How you have changed.
I took the Packers. No, let's take the Packers. I got it on my sheet. And I took
we're both on Green Bay?
Yeah, and I took the Chiefs for Monday night.
And yeah, last but not least, Washington at Kansas City. Kansas City favored by 11.5 at home. We're both on the Chiefs.
All day.
Okay, best of luck.
I'm just going to say this. When we're talking about pancaking, I don't understand with this roughing the passer. I brought it up last week. I hope some of the quarterbacks get fucking hammered. I'll take the 15.
Okay.
I'll take the 15. I'm getting a little tired of one guy gets hit, nothing. Penix got floored last week twice and nothing happened, and now he's injured. Mahomes got breathed on and freaking flags flew everywhere. Jordan Love looked at the ref, flags went everywhere. Is it the name on the back of your jersey sometimes making me nervous? Anyways, let's go on.
NBA-like.
Oh, that's worse.
But what's not so bad is the NHL, and we will begin with our Toronto Maple Leafs report.
Oh, gee, where do we start, buddy? Okay.
Well, first of all, good news. Joe Wall is back with the team.
100%. I'm glad that I like the kid. You know what? We're not going to whisper anything on this show, but one of the things that you said in production while he was gone so long and you started to get worried, you weren't the only one thinking like something could be going on, and we're glad it's not. That's all I'm saying.
What, more than a month?
Yeah, so everybody was kind of worried about it, and I'm so glad. It never entered my mind personally. Never entered. Honest to God, didn't enter my mind. People are going to say, what are you guys talking about?
I know you made a comment on the first episode of hockey about it, so I don't know if I completely believe you there.
Well, I hope I didn't say anything too bad. I'm just glad that
you made a comment that could have been, I don't know, maybe it's just me viewing it that way, but I don't know. Either way, that's also kind of bearing the lead when it comes to Leaf goaltending because Anthony Stolarz came out with some heat after that game against Seattle last Saturday.
Yeah, he did, and he was right. I want to ask you this. Why is Stolarz the most hit goalie in the NHL? You know that's a stat now, eh?
Because people saw how things went last year against Florida in the playoffs.
Okay, so what do? Someone get up and punch someone. Got to do something, and they haven't been doing it. You know what I mean?
Leafs and toughness have been a problem. Surprise, surprise.
They're a big, look at that team. They're one of the biggest teams in the year. Just somebody besides Domi or even Nyes, who will mix it up, it seems to be. Someone like we got hit twice in the Seattle game. Mm-hmm. And one of the guys deliberately went through there looking, they look the other way. Kind of deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is kind of funny, too, because what ends up happening is that there's that other one where the guy gets in front of the net and Tavares has got down to a science where you hit him and he dives in front of the goalie and their arm goes up. So there is a little bit of gamesmanship, but I think Stolarz gets too much, and they did have a stat on it. I think your buddy Friedman had it on one of the shows one night, how much he's got hit. But here's what I say is bullshit. He said all of that after the Seattle game. The very next game, the Leafs looked like shite, and he came out and said, we had a good game tonight. All the players were together. They were in front of me. They look good. So what happened? Did someone pull him into the dressing room and say, hey, buddy, get back out there? Is this a Tua situation? Because his tone was completely different.
It's not as extreme as a Tua situation. One thing I want to get to as well is we got to stop treating the NHL and, for that matter, the MLB and the NBA like it's the NFL, because it's not.
Okay, I got you. It's
not 17 games. We got 82 of these things to go.
Okay, I got you. And I say that. But my take on it is this. Stolarz next press, everyone was running to him after the game to ask him what he had to say, and it was a 360. Come on, or 180, whatever you want to call it.
Leafs PR probably got to him.
And said, but he was telling the truth. And everybody jumped on it because everyone was saying, hey, the problem with the Leafs.
I love that, though.
I did, too. I thought it was good. And everything he said, there was not. What did he say was wrong?
Nothing.
Okay, so here we are, because this is the Toronto Maple Leaf report. So let's just take it from the crew's perspective. Number one, you guys are slow out of your own zone. Who's carrying? Riley sometimes, but then he gets at the defensive position. All the other guys are out. Now you're hurting now because Taneff's gone.
Yeah.
And that Taneff-McCabe combination, lockdown, doing both ends of the rink as good as anybody in the league. Sure. I will say that. I watched a lot of hockey. That's great. So he's out of there. Now they're mixing and matching. You guys are slow coming out of your own end. That's huge in this game because everybody's playing regular season hockey now, not playoff hockey. Right. Remember, you told me that. Number two is, for some reason, you guys got a problem coming up the middle. Your center ice problem is a problem. And I don't know why when you got Tavares and you got Matthews at the top, shouldn't be that bad, but there seems to be some kind of disconnect on the forwards. I think the smartest thing you guys did, and you're going to think I'm nuts, Robertson was playing with Matthews last night, and it looked good because it's a faster moving.
Maybe that's the key. I don't know. I still think it's going to take probably another couple weeks for them to still figure out the forward. I guess defense too now since Tanev is out. But still something.
He's day-to-day, isn't he?
I hope.
I hope so too. He took a bad shot.
Either way, there's problems to figure out on forwards. That's the lead here.
Okay.
It's going to take. Hopefully, it's settled by American Thanksgiving. It might take till December. We'll see. That's worst case scenario in my book.
Okay, but you got to remember where the schedule is condensed, and this is the easiest part of the Leafs schedule, especially it's home heavy against teams that don't make the playoffs. They've already pissed some of these points off. What we were talking about last year, bank your points when you can, because down the road it ain't going to get any easier. So I think that the Leafs are not going to race away with the Atlantic Division as quickly as you thought they were, because
I still think the division's still pretty open. No offense to your Habs.
Oh, no, I think it's open too. I'll talk about our problem. We got problems too, like Dipsy Doodle. Okay, but what I'm saying is, and you look at the size of your team, you're in on the forecheck, but you got nobody making the play. It's like a bunch of guys that somebody usually gets the puck on their stick and they go. Where is that coming from?
That's what I'm saying. They still got to figure out roles a little bit. I think they have guys that can do it. Just who's going to be what guy. They got to figure that out.
And I always figure they get down in the zone, and then who's giving who the puck? And Willie Cool's out. What's his injury?
I don't know.
Because he didn't play last night.
No. Michelli's starting to figure it out, though, I think.
Oh, he shouldn't play with Matthews, though. Because
I don't know. I wouldn't count that out.
Well, here it is, and I tell all you Leaf fans, we got Roy, we got Joshua, we got Michelli. Combined, 6 points, bro.
Okay. Well, that's also because they've been playing third line so far.
And they've had some power play chances. It doesn't matter. When you bring these three guys in, that's three guys that are playing regular minutes, 18 minutes a night. And I know it's only, 10
not
games?
18. They're not playing 18 minutes a night, are they?
Yeah, close. I looked on it. They're all playing 16 to 18 minutes a night.
16 sounds more right.
In any event, they got 6 points combined. Because they're the type of guy crashes to the net, someone's bringing to the thing, and I just don't think that you guys are going forward enough. I'm saying the teams that look the best skate like 10 men, and you guys look a bit slow. Now, here's the other conundrum. Matthews isn't always getting the puck in the net, but he can't play any better both ends of the rink. See him save the puck the other night? What's he doing? What's he doing down there? He's playing both ends of the rink. So don't tell me what Matthews is doing, except that he's adjusting to the fact of the name we're not going to bring up on this show. Okay? Because obviously that's affecting the team.
Well, obviously, it's a big name they got to... Well, not just a big name. It's a big player they got to replace, right?
And a guy that carries the puck up and moves it towards the center. That's what they're missing.
The Leafs are going to have to find another forward here. We know that.
Yes, you know what I mean? And okay, when it comes to the playoffs and you guys got this size and you're in a position and you can bang and go to the center, it might look a little bit better right now. But we're not playing playoff hockey. Everybody's skating like 10 men out there and flying around the ice. And if you're not flying around the ice, you're the Toronto Maple Leafs. You guys are what? You're still 500.
500.
So what are you worried about? You're 4-4-1?
I'm not worried.
It's only 10 games. But I'm saying your style of play is a little suspect right now.
Again, if this is still going on and it's December 1st, American Thanksgiving, whatever, we can talk about that and we can be concerned. When I last look at the calendar, it still said October.
Okay, so I'm just saying, you had the meat of your schedule in your hands, and I don't think that you took advantage of it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because now if you start looking around already, now you should be happy for the way the Atlantic is looking because it looks upside down right now. Okay? It does,
in some respects.
It does look a little bit upside down when you're just thinking about it, okay? For example,
Tampa Bay.
But they don't play defense anymore either.
That's shocking, especially considering where this team has come from, where they've been, all that. And, their top guys, like Point and Kucherov, have been borderline unplayable 5-on-5. That plus-minus is maybe the ugliest I've seen from Tampa Bay in a long
They're all
time.
cherry-picking. You see Tampa Bay, they only go one way.
From Kucherov, maybe we understood that's his game. But, Point, I thought he was supposed to be a little bit better defensively.
Hagel is just having a disaster.
Hagel has 1 point so far.
1 point.
One measly
a
assist.
90-point scorer.
Insane.
1 point. No, but it seems
they can't play him or Gensel there because both of them their plus minus goes off a cliff either way.
Because it seems to me they're always going forward. They're getting caught up the ice. So the odd man rushes are killing them.
The craziest I heard is but they're missing Nick Paul. I'm if you're missing Nick Paul and
that's your
falling
problem?
apart like this, you're in trouble. if he's the one that's like keeping everything together, like,
are you saying
he's
now,
good? I'm not saying Nick Paul's not good.
No, I'm not.
He's a fine second line center, but
he's not. If he's the reason that you're not going forward, you got bigger problems.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, it just seems that they're always going forward. Everybody's looking to score.
Well, for me, it just looks like age is catching up to them.
And the age factor, too.
Because like Hedman and McDonough are no young bucks there on the blue line.
No, they're good on the penalty kill, but they don't seem to be as good on the power play as they used to. So, but that's one of the things you got to be thankful for. Florida's all over the board.
Yeah, they've been up and down like the Leafs so far.
Okay, so they're there, but now all of a sudden you look there and you've got Montreal, Detroit, and Buffalo bouncing around the top half of that division. At the beginning of the season, you'd say that you'd ship us all out of here.
Well, Florida's actually third right now.
Yeah, they're up there because they
Buffalo fell to fourth.
Yep, and Buffalo had that horrific start.
Actually, technically, Leafs, Ottawa, and Buffalo all tied in points.
Yep. So
with the same amount of games.
Yep. So you're good. You're good for the moment, but I'm just saying it's about banking the points by Thanksgiving Day. That's going to give you a chance to give you a barometer of where your season's going to go. And I think that the Leafs have, unless they pick it up in the next 5 games, they've let some shit slide through their hands.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And that's tough to come back lately. The Detroit Red Wings are the surprising team, and I don't know if they're 100% either because they were winning like crazy. Then they took 2 bitch slaps in the middle of nowhere, just got freaking ripped. And I'm going, is it the goaltending?
They're a team I'm very curious to see where they end up American Thanksgiving. If they're still number 2 or in that top 3, or if they're in a wild card spot, stay tuned.
I agree, but I'm just saying right now, okay, their goal differential is just nobody's got a big goal differential. It's there,
but they're +1.
They're a +1. So what does that tell you? Like their combination is Talbot and who?
Gibson. Gibson has not looked good there.
That's where the games they got shelled. Gibson's been in the net.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? They're a team that have to be the sum of their parts. Larkin's having a good season.
Great start to the season. DeBrincat's he hasn't been putting up the goals, but he's been putting up the assists so far.
Yeah, no, and they're playing both ends of the rink, and the defense is
they can
going
skate.
by. They can skate. And that's this thing that I keep telling you right now. That's the difference I notice is when you watch the pace of the game, the Leafs' pace just doesn't seem to be up to par just yet. You know what I mean? So they get bogged down. You know what I mean? And then they get the pressure on their own zones, and then someone delivers a pizza, and next thing you know, they're down. Like last night against Buffalo, 2 of the goals were just like, come on. What are you guys doing? You know what I mean? And you just score to get back here, and then you just say, oh, we scored. It can't be like that. But then on the other hand, when you're talking about it, when you're talking about Detroit, we don't know what they're all about yet with those couple times getting shelled. Now, I don't want to blow smoke up my own ass, but Montreal is one of the most exciting teams to watch in the league this year. There's no doubt. They're in every game.
Unfortunately, Patrick Laine is going to be out 3 to 4 months now with surgery to repair a core muscle injury. So we're wishing the best to him.
Yes, we are. Sorry, Patrick, that you can't be playing on the 4th line. Okay.
You can't even say that without a smile.
What? I'm not saying nothing. I hope his injury, Godspeed, gets back. But we're talking about the Montreal Canadiens, and we score, and we're wide open, and we got to admit that Dobbage has been playing better. Dobbs, you might be.
He's your guy. He's your guy.
He's like unbelievable. But what our problem is we're not as big as you guys is, but we got to remember to hit at times. We dipsy doodle too much, flying through the zone, and all of a sudden the puck bounces the other way, and we give up goals. Because like our defense is solid, but I'm not saying we got a bunch of Bobby Orrs back there. The difference between you guys and us is you got more of a stay-at-home thing where we're going forward. Matheson's playing the best hockey I've seen him in a year and a half.
Oh, he's in a contract year.
That's what it is. What I'm saying, I'm looking at Matheson. Is this the same guy? Is this the same Matheson?
Well, he wants to get paid next year.
Not by us.
Probably not.
But he's looking
Probably
good.
by like a Utah or something.
I haven't seen him play this good. And Gooley's out again.
That's a shame.
You know what I mean? So we got guys like, of course, Hudson's carrying
Dobson.
Dobson's carrying it out. Matheson's carrying it out. And that makes a big difference in your team when you get someone that pick up the puck and get you out of the zone. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying we were talking about off the air. Got an 18-year-old kid in the Islanders that's doing this shit.
Schaefer.
He's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Not that the Islanders are going anywhere, like you said. They're too up and down. Like you gave no chance, whatever. They won 3 in a row. They got everyone.
They're hanging around so far.
They're hanging around. But it's a long season. You know what I'm saying?
What do you make of Boston?
No.
I think they're DOA too.
You know what I mean? They're a very scrappy team and they play well structured, but they don't
not enough scoring. Their backup goaltending is shit.
There you go. So I'm glad. Keep them out of the place. I'm not bitching about them.
Hampus Lindholm injured again.
Yes, that hurts. And their defensemen are weird on Boston. Like some days they look good, and some days I go, eh. And who are their fifth or sixth defensemen? Couple pylons too.
They have a pretty good top four, but they're fifth, sixth guys. That's been a little bit of an issue there for a few years now in Boston.
What do you think about Buffalo?
It's too. I don't know. I don't know what to make of them so far because that horrible start, they've kind of bounced back here, but they're still 500. I don't know if I believe what I see there yet.
Their top six forwards are great.
Yeah,
and they're big and they bang and they score and they've always got Dahlin back there to carry the puck out for them. And who's the other defenseman? They got two guys that come flying out of the puck, so that's okay. And their goaltending.
Byram?
Yeah, is that his name?
The guy they got from Power?
Yeah,
those guys.
That's who. Yeah, like those two guys, they come flying out of the zone with the puck, which is good. It's a problem with Buffalo. The first 3 games was too much pond hockey. They were just flying all over and turnovers and.
I still wonder what would happen if they hired anyone other than Lindy Ruff as their coach.
I think they're just letting them go there until they get the players to develop because they don't. Some young coach.
I think they're trying to win now.
Agreed.
I think the Pujolas are just incompetent.
Agreed, but you think any young coach wanted to go to Buffalo in this situation right now?
It's an NHL job.
Okay.
I'm just saying they could have gotten someone better than Lindy Ruff because
he's past his best before.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, we all know that. So
this ain't 2007.
No, exactly. That's a long time ago. Which gets me around to this. The team that you like to slag incessantly are 7-1, best record in hockey. What is your take on the New Jersey Devils?
So plainly I was wrong.
What's that?
Plainly I was wrong.
Oh,
because you look at the playoffs, you're like, well, it can't be the same 8 teams. I chose New Jersey to miss. Should have picked Tampa.
Okay,
but.
They had a lot of injuries last year, and all the guys that have all come back, and they're looking good. And they're still out with Markstrom, but that rookie, not rookie, but that, what is he, Finnish or Russian goalie, the guy that's backing up Allen, he's looked pretty good.
Yeah.
The kid Nemec is looking good. Their defense is solid, and they skate like 10 men. And they got Jack Hughes, and Timo Meier is coming around now.
I still wonder about how they're going to hold up as the season goes along, but for them to miss the playoffs at this point, that would be quite a shock.
No, it's still early. They have 5-game losing streak. We're back. We got to remember.
Timo Meier, he's been good, but he hasn't been that great even.
He's very good on both ends of the ice. I watched almost every Devils game. I love the way they play. You know, they never know they're going to be down. They just come out and they just keep on going forward. And then they got the Dillon guy. They got Hughes.
Yeah.
And those guys, they're all big defensemen.
2 Hughes brothers, maybe 3 next season.
Yeah, the way it's going to go. Which puts us to the other question is, very quietly, nobody's talking about the Carolina Hurricanes.
Maybe they should be, though. But maybe that's the way they want it.
Maybe.
I think Carolina I don't think it would hurt them to be that team that kind of flies under the radar.
Did they win last night?
They lost actually in Dallas.
Yeah, okay, but that's in Dallas.
A Saturday night road game, so
yes,
yeah,
yeah,
against a very good team.
A very good team.
I mean, Dallas has been not off to a great start as well, but it's just been a weird start to the season.
With Pittsburgh at 6-1, it's been a very weird season.
Minnesota 3-5-1 to start.
Oh, what's going on there? Now,
I feel bad for Calgary.
Oh, yeah, they're trying, but they're going nowhere. But here's the thing that I'm not understanding, okay? And I had them to go because you see that big market team is always going to bounce back. What's wrong with the New York Rangers? What's wrong?
They're getting the Mike Sullivan experience. That's what Penguins fans would say.
Well, it's way too early.
It's concerning, though.
Yes. Okay. No kidding. The way and their style of play, I don't even know what their style of play is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But, they came into Montreal, they look good. They came in against Toronto, they look good, but they couldn't score.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they got guys on that team. They got players.
Panarin's in a contract year 2. This could be a year where the cart flies off the cliff for New York.
And if they
another year like that.
So what do? They disassemble or are they going to rebuild? Like if they don't make the playoffs, that's a catastrophe for this organization.
Oh, with how much they're paying Shesterkin? 100%.
Oh, this is going to be a complete disaster when you come and look at it. Now, I've already called off some teams. They're going to try really hard. But I don't think that the Rangers or the Blue Jackets are going to have those seasons where they're going to rise up and do anything. So far, they're looking okay. But like I say,
Blue Jackets may be in another year with that young core, but I don't think they're there yet.
In my opinion, the most surprising team in the NHL so far, and you have to admit it, is who? Utah. I don't even know half the guys on the goddamn team.
I knew you were going to say Utah or Chicago. But.
Oh, Chicago's doing good. They're trying hard. They're trying really hard. But Utah, come on. And they played teams. They're West. They've played like, if you look at who they played.
7-2 to start.
7-2. And I'm just like, wow. And who's on this team?
Well, they have Clayton Keller.
Good kid.
Yeah, Nick Schmaltz. Logan Cooley. Logan Cooley is like one of the most exciting young players in the league. 7 goals in 9 games so far.
No doubt, and I love the way he's...
Dylan Gunther, he had a very good season last year, too. They got Sergachev, of course, a Stanley Cup winner on the blue line. JJ Peterka, who they got from Buffalo.
And they got some goaltending?
Yes, they do. Vimelka is playing very well.
Okay, so now you can see their schedule because they have played some freaking pretty well bottom feeders.
Now they've beaten some good teams too, though.
Okay, they beat the Avalanche, but they beat the Blackhawks, but they had the Flames, the Sharks, the Bruins in a row. So guess what?
That's just the way the schedule is sometimes.
There you go. Then they had the overtime win over Colorado at home, which was a huge win. I seen the end of that game. That was a great game. And then they went on the road the last 2 games and bitch slapped 2 people in their division. So they're doing something right. You know what I mean? Now, let's see what's going to happen to them. They got the Jets, the Oilers, Lightning, Sabres, and Leafs.
Big test.
There you go. You're going to be able to sustain it. That's the way it is right now because I watched way too much hockey, and some of the games are outrageously close. The parity is way closer than people realize. But the bottom line is 2 things I think you got to do. Carry the puck out of your own zone and kill penalties. That killing penalties is huge. Okay, I don't want to bitch about it again because it's my team, but when you look and see what happens about killing penalties, do you see what happened to Montreal the other night against Edmonton? 2 of the most fraudulent calls, everybody. Your buddy Elliot Freeman said the call on Slavoski alone is one of the worst calls he's ever seen. Ever seen.
Wow.
Ever seen. You know what I mean? They're coming out. That's how bad it is. And then Anderson slammed his stick on the ice, and he got a 2-minute tech. What is this, the NBA? 2 minutes. So he got back-to-back. Edmonton scores, game over.
Maybe he did something before he smashed his stick like that. Because that's, I don't know.
That's back-to-back bullshit.
I agree.
Back-to-back bullshit. But here's what you also got to say. You always got to look at games in context of where they are. Oh, Montreal this, Montreal that. Oh, do people realize that Montreal were down 2-0 late in the second period and scored 3 goals in 90 seconds?
Is this Mr. Conspiracy Talk? They want Edmonton to win?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that everyone says, well, Montreal, did they get scammed or whatever? No, Montreal was in trouble way before that. It seemed like Edmonton had control of the game. Then it comes back and it gets super tight. Montreal goes ahead, and then all of a sudden this weird shit went on.
Right.
That's what makes you go, oh, what the fuck happened? So I'm not saying that we were dominating. We should have won. We were getting... Edmonton was controlling the game. But the thing is, as I'm telling you, and this is a Jersey thing, it's a Utah thing, it's a Montreal thing, it's a Columbus thing is they always skate forward and they're always shooting the puck at the net. Because there's another thing you realize. If you don't get 25 shots on goal, you're not winning.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you're not getting... And don't tell me Sportsnet's starting to show it again. The dreaded...
shot attempts?
Come on, stop with that bullshit. 46 shot attempts. Where were those attempts? Because the guy shot it and hit the net, the mesh. It's bullshit. I want to know how many shots you put on the net.
Imagine getting triggered by numbers. We don't have time for this.
No, I'm telling you now because they say how much. If you're controlling the ice,
it's the same shit you bitch about like year after year.
I'm not going to stop. I'm just saying that the best teams in the league, when you look at Montreal, the Devils, Detroit, Pittsburgh, have the highest shots on goal per game than anybody else.
Okay.
So there's got to be some validity to fuck shot attempts. What are you putting on the net? Are you keeping pressure on the other team's defense? Oh, shot attempts. Fuck, I hate it.
Okay. I'll come back with some numbers next week. How about that?
Please do. Dig them up deep. Get from the bottomest holes you can find. Because you know what? It is. You have a significant point here, and we're going to see how the season goes along. I agree. And playoff hockey and regular season hockey.
Night and day.
Okay, so where is it going to get you at the end? Because if you're not playing some regular season hockey and you got a team built for the playoffs and you get yourself in the hole, what fucking good is it to you?
I get that.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Some of the bigger teams around the league, Minnesota is one of them. Got a big team. You know what I mean? Got a big team, but where are they at?
Well, they're in the hole. They're 2 games under 500 right now.
Yes, at least the Leafs are staying at 500. Yeah. If you stay there, you're going to be good.
And how about the Anaheim Ducks, by the way? Off to a little bit of a good start.
God bless them. God bless
I think they're only going to get better as the season goes on, honestly.
They did the magic karma handing out the masks. That was the magic.
Nothing to do with the coach they hired?
No, nothing. It's just that
Nothing to do with getting Trevor Zegras out of town?
Oh, that was a good move. I've been looking around at the young guys before we get off the hockey, and I'm saying Celebrini is turning a corner. Finally.
That's good.
They play terrible D, though. They just pond hockey.
What D?
Like, you see them out there, and it looks like shinny hockey.
Doesn't help that their goaltending stinks.
No, they got some bad goals in there. But the young guys, there's a lot of young guys getting your attention around the league, though, eh?
Sure.
Bedard's going to make noise to get on the team. You know,
oh, absolutely, especially the way Chicago's going.
And not only that, you see he's more in his own now. He's not letting guys push him around. He's a guy, but the most impressive newcomer I've seen is Mitchkoff in Philadelphia has still got to learn. Tortorella's right. You got to be responsible on your own end. So that guy's Mr. Dipsy Doodle. You know, great looking hockey player, but I mean, he's just doing whatever the hell he wants. You got to put a train on him. But
it's not like Philly's that good, anyways.
No, so you just let him play like that, bad habits for the rest of his career. You got to slow those guys down, I think, on doing that kind of shit. But my guy, even though Demidov has looked amazing, you have to admit it. You see him on highlight reel. See some of the passes that he's thrown on the Habs.
Not good enough.
Oh no, he's just freaking unbelievable. He's got eyes in the back of his head. He's there. But that being said, the Schaefer kid on the New York Islanders is the most impressive kid I have seen at 18 years old.
Yeah, he's very good.
Quarterbacking. Now on the penalty kill. See his skating? Big boy. Like he's big.
Good player.
He's going to be a mainstay, and thank God he's from Hamilton because he won't play for Team Canada this year. Maybe he'll be a Doughty. He's a rookie. He leads the team in scoring.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, that would just tell you something about the Islanders scoring, though, doesn't it?
Probably.
I love you, St. Patrick.
Anything else for hockey?
Nah, we're good.
All right, then. We'll do a little soccer talk now, or a full soccer report. So Toronto FC beat Orlando 4-2 in the season finale. Mihailovic with the brace there. Now it's the countdown for Inter Miami CF to fall on their face again in the playoffs.
Is that what you think is going to happen? Why Messi wants to go home?
I don't know, maybe. But Vancouver's the number 2 seed in the West. That's pretty cool.
He seems to be talking more.
And he's staying in Miami through 2028, it looks like.
What's that?
He's staying in Miami through 2028. He signed a contract extension.
Oh, yeah, I know, because it's money in the flight's only 3 hours to Argentina. Something like that. From Miami, it's a pretty quick flight, so he's good that way.
Should I continue with the rest of soccer?
Yes.
So, I have power rankings now. I'll be doing this for the rest of the season, at least till we get to probably the knockout stage of Champions League. We'll play it by ear, I guess. So number 5, they are perfect in Champions League, and they are first place in their league. I got Arsenal.
Oh.
Number 4, they are second place in their league, Barcelona. Number 3, first place in their league, perfect in their domestic league as well, and perfect in Champions League. I got Bayern Munich. Number 2, perfect in Champions League, and number 1 in their league, Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1, perfect in Champions League, number 2 in their league, but they are the defending Champions League winners. I got PSG.
Wow. They're doing well, though, eh?
Yeah, even in their league, they're number 2, but you look at the teams that they drop points against, and they're the other top teams in the league, so.
And they've got a good plus differential in that Champions League, don't they?
Oh, they've been killing it. They beat Barcelona.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So around Europe, La Liga is scrapping their Barcelona-Villarreal game in Miami. That was never, I guess, people in Europe were pissed about that, so not really too surprising that they're getting rid of that. Today is El Clasico in Madrid, so the winner of that game will definitely affect the power rankings here somewhat, especially if Barcelona beats Madrid. They could be swapped. And Inter will play Napoli in Naples today.
It's today?
Yes.
Okay.
But, of course, the one that owns all the headlines here, Champions League.
Yes.
Arsenal topped Atletico Madrid 4-0 on Tuesday. Barca defeated Olympiacos 6-1. Fermin Lopez with the hat trick. Marcus Rashford with the brace. Yamal with the penalty goal and an assist. PSG were road warriors in a 7-2 win at Leverkusen with 6 different goal scorers.
Wow.
Holland scored the winner for Man City in a 2-0 victory at Villarreal. Inter won 4-0 at Union Saint Gilloise. They're a Belgian squad.
Belgium?
Yes. Napoli defeated 6-2 at PSV, allowed an own goal in the first half, and collapsed, allowing 3 goals from the 80th minute on after Lorenzo Luca got sent off in the 76th minute. Or excuse me, Napoli was defeated 6-2 at PSV. My mistake. Dortmund comes out of Copenhagen with a 4-2 win. Newcastle get through Benfica at home 3-0. Harvey Barnes with the brace. Real Madrid edges Juventus.
What do you mean with the brace?
2 goals.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Brace means 2 goals.
2 goals, yeah. Just learning. Want to make sure it was on the same planet.
Real Madrid edges Juventus 1-0 at home on Wednesday. Bellingham with the 57th minute winner. Chelsea dominated against Ajax 5-1 at Stamford Bridge. Marseille, first in Ligue 1, but drops their second of 3 Champions League matches after falling 2-1 at Sporting. Bayern dismantled Club Brugge 4-0.
Oh, yeah.
Liverpool storms into Frankfurt with a 5-1 victory, and the Spurs hold it down in Monaco with a 0-0 draw.
And the games are today and Wednesday, right?
Champions League?
Yeah.
No, they're off for another week.
There's some crazy games. I've seen the highlights are great. How big is this in Europe, though?
Oh, it's the biggest.
Like
Their
people
Super Bowl.
like people in Canada have no idea that we have a tournament like this going on in this level at all. Because I talk Champions League, what's that? Well, I used to be like that, but it's freaking huge, man.
Absolutely.
It's huge.
Anything else you want to add for soccer?
No, I'm just glad that we don't have to talk about the Toronto FC anymore.
Well, there we go. We're blessed with that.
Yes, and you know what? It's too bad because we should do a shout out to all the TFC fans who supported them religiously. Hope we have a better season next year. Don't have to go through this bullshit again.
For sure. We'll move it over with a little bit of NBA talk. Toronto Raptors 1-1 after their first 2, if I'm right.
Yes.
I haven't been watching, but
yeah, and you know what? They played really, really well against Atlanta in their house. It was a tough game against Milwaukee. They just Giannis down the Greek Freak down the stretch got him. Great basketball game, by the way. A lot of great starts in basketball, but we won't talk about it because we won't have a lot of time today.
No, and the NBA is a fucking joke because Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups are now arrested. Rozier for point shaving. I don't know if you saw any of the clips for the first game that Miami had.
Oh.
I'm going to use the word allegedly. He's allegedly guilty.
Oh, he's going to jail. He's going to jail.
And then Chauncey Billups is involved in a poker ring where they would bring in people for fixed poker matches, and they had like contact lenses where they could see through the cards and all this stuff.
James Bond bullshit.
I thought that shit was like only in Austin Powers.
That's what I'm saying. This is James Bond bullshit. But you know what the thing is that's really sad is that a guy when you think of Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot, becoming the coach,
Hall of Fame, Finals MVP.
Integrity beyond integrity, and at least he had nothing to do with the integrity of the basketball game, but he was involved with this little thing called the Mafia, which just tells you he going to jail.
Yep.
They're all going to jail, man. I don't give a shit because what you were doing is you were taking away the integrity of people that want to compete and have fun. Because what are games all about?
Fun.
There you go. And you're fucking with people's fun? Go to jail. This is a huge black mark on the NBA, no matter how you can cut it. Mike again. Oh, he came in and he didn't know what was going on, and he goes, "Oh, I heard about this. So, Cruz, is this going to be another nothing thing?" So we're not going to say what I said nothing about. They're not even in the same area code.
No, but just compounds on each other. It's just more ridiculousness with the NBA.
Yes, and it's
the league keeps shooting itself in the foot.
How do you feel like we were?
And not to mention that the on-court performance is the worst it's been in years.
They had a great opening, though. They got
care.
surprised. They had a great opening. The stars shone. The thing was great. Barkley and Shaq both got the bitch slap Stephen A. as hard as they wanted on national TV, and everyone said yes. It was good to see. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's too bad because I'm a basketball guy. There's no way I think I can watch as much basketball as I watch hockey, so that's out the window. But I'm keeping my eye on it, especially the Raptors, because I think the Raptors are going to have a better season than most people realize.
Let's hope, because that's all I care about the NBA this year. Anything else you want to add?
Nope.
All right, we'll move this into a little bit of CFL talk, and by little, I mean a little. The Argos lost their final game in Calgary, 44-13 to close out the season last Saturday. They do not play on this final week. Au revoir.
Oh, thanks for coming out.
Maybe we should shout out the Argos fans that support them as well.
Yes, Sue. Yes, we can't ignore that factor. Come on, it's really a drag though, because it's when you think about it, how much people have supported, like my neighbor down the street with the giant Argo fans, my other neighbor on the corner always in his Argo hat. This is an organization that's well respected in the city.
I think they're the oldest sports team in North America as well.
Is that what it is? Because they're older than the Leafs, right?
I think they're the oldest in North America.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something to be said. You know what I mean?
It's just a big shame.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add?
No.
We'll obviously be keeping an eye on the playoffs and the Grey Cup, but...
Oh, yeah, we'll give you our 2 cents.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And one last treat, we have a little interview we recorded previously with my buddy Marco Giovannetti about Formula One, so you'll listen to that right now. And now we are joined by one of my good friends, dare I say, my best friend Marco, Formula One expert extraordinaire. Marco, how you doing?
How's it going? What an intro. Oh, my God. The rest of the guys are going to be jealous about that one.
Hey, happy Sunday. You're welcome to the house that happens. That's the way we do it, right?
Of course.
You know
yeah.
You know what I mean? We have open arms. We're trying to teach the world to learn to love each other. What a great intro. I got to say that. Oh, by the way, Marco, since you are the Formula One expert, we always have this disclosure on the show. In context of education, you guys have pretty well moved into the Harvard level of understanding Formula One, correct?
I would like to think so. I mean, I pretty much watch every race and I try and follow best I can. So
okay,
yeah, sure.
Okay, so in context of that, I'm the guy that they made me stay back in grade 8 because I wasn't quite ready for high school. So when we're talking F1, you got to put the level of comprehension in. Don't you think that's a good way to put it?
Sure. I don't know if I'd call myself Harvard level, but...
Oh, you guys are way beyond me. I just know this. If you say anything bad about Max Verstappen, we got a problem. Okay, we'll start with
Max
that.
is number one.
That's all we got to hear, but go ahead, guys.
Yeah, so we'll start off with a U.S. Grand Prix review. So obviously Max Verstappen won the Grand Prix from pole. Lando and Leclerc completing the podium. Hamilton 4, Piastri 5, Russell 6, Tsunoda 7, Hülkenberg 8th, Behrman 9th, and Alonso closing out the points. What were your guys' impressions of that race?
Well, I'll start off by saying Max is a generational talent, and what we are witnessing this season with this potential comeback is unprecedented, and I certainly hope that he's able to rack up all those remaining points and set yet another record and solidify himself as the greatest of all time, which is what I think he will do.
Well, if he wins this year, that would put him at 5 in a row, which only Michael Schumacher has done. So that'd put him in super elite company to begin if he can complete the comeback this year, right?
Yeah, like he's already top 5, I think, right?
Closing in on that Mount Rushmore kind of category.
Yeah, I think he's already there. But if he's able to do it this year, which looks fairly likely, but you never know. I think he's gonna probably be top 3 unquestioned.
My take on it is this. I just fell in love with Max because not only he's a great driver, but that attitude that he has. And I always want to ask you guys this question, okay? We know McLaren's the constructor winners now and all that stuff, but how much do you think, because Milani here always tells me about the car is set up this way so the other guy could never be as good because he can't drive the same car. Is that the reason we don't have Red Bull up there? Because if he's got the pace, I don't understand why the other car is not at least showing us something.
Well, from the research that I've done and the interviews that I've seen, I'm sure Andrew would agree, Max likes a very sharp car. He likes a car that's
set up. Told me that, yeah. Yeah,
like a razor's edge. And these are the words of Lando, actually, from last season, I believe. He said, not Lando, Albon, from some interview that I saw around last season, who was once Max's teammate. He said that it's as if you cranked up the sensitivity on your mouse, on your computer, to like 100%. He's like, that's what Max's setup feels like. And anybody else that jumps in that car alongside Max has a hard time pushing that vehicle to the edge. Because, yes, you can tweak the setup car to car, but when a car has been designed to drive a certain way, it's very difficult to dial that particular attribute out, right? If a car is very front focused or rear focused, it's going to affect how the car drives. And Max, being the star driver on that team, I think his influence pushed the car to be developed that way. And it's very hard for a driver with a different style to really, fall in and find a groove, right? Like,
definitely, That's why when people, that's a great, you just led me into something that really people that don't watch F1 don't understand. The human element now. That's the human element. You got a machine. How do you handle that machine? Because people said, they just zoom around the track in rockets. They forget the human element about it. So Max has got something when he's in that car that makes him do this like Lewis Hamilton did in his car at his time or whatever the case may be. But that's one of the things about F1 that people do, they zoom around a track. I go, are these people idiots?
Well, they do, but that's a way over. No, they drive around in circles.
Drive around in circles. And it's so insane when you got to think about the human element in controlling one of these goddamn rockets. Like, come on, people.
You're basically an engineer.
Thank you. And you know what,
exactly.
And oh, by the way, what about is that G-pull and how fast are you going? You have what? Half a dove's breath to make a decision?
And all the inputs that they put in per lap.
Yes, You're adjusting brake bias every lap. You're adjusting the differential every lap, like power levels on your steering wheel mid-corner sometimes, right?
Exactly.
These guys are taking like hairpin corners at like 130 kilometers an hour, right? Like the G-forces are insane. These guys are top athletes, right? So that's what I tell people that don't watch it.
Yes, well, that's what I've been preaching to people, too, because I watch a couple shows. I watch too much sports, but sometimes when F1 comes up, the dismissive nature of their narrative just makes me go, you don't get it. Oh, yeah, you're a WWE guy. That's it. I get it. You're a WWE guy. I get it, okay? Just saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I mean, but that's naturally going to happen. Like F1 is such a deep iceberg, right? If you don't watch it, you're not going to realize the sheer complexity of it, right? But that's what I love about it. I love the more that you're into it, the more that you discover, and the more that you fall in love with the sport, right?
Well, that's why I'm saying when we started this show, Andrew said we're going to do a segment on F1, and I said, fuck what? No, F1 Cruise. And I said, okay, what do I know? Oh, Michael Schumacher and I don't know. So anyways, he pointed me in the direction of Drive to Survive.
Yeah. A great way to get people started. I'm out of it by now. But
of course. But you just got an intro to where it was, especially where it was started, was perfect for me.
Perfect.
And so then I just said, well, let's put on the races. Now, it's like this, okay? If you want to be full disclosure, I watched the last race twice. Because I'm retired and I can do that. I still don't understand some of this shit went on. Like, can you explain to me this? So you're telling me there's some guy in a booth, because what was it, Lando, those 5-second penalties he was getting? Some of them I didn't understand.
Oh, that was for track limits.
Yeah, who makes that decision, though? Like, I'm watching.
Well, the stewards are on there. So like, if all 4 of your tires leave the track limits, you're only allowed to do that 3 times before you get a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, the stewards are like refs, basically.
Okay, so I'm watching the replay. They're talking to me in an accent I barely understand, which is okay. And I rewound it, and I go, and I'm watching it, and they're showing the replay, and I like, okay, sometimes it's not a judgment call.
No, it's.
Well, they have the cameras. They got that room like they do in the NHL with all the freaking every angle of every camera. They got to have something.
Definitely.
Because I didn't understand. Like, what did he get? 2 of those?
Well, he got he left the track 4 times, so he got 1 5-second penalty because of that. Because there's the 3 that are like, 1 and 2, whatever, they're warnings. 3, it's like your final warning. 4, you start getting penalized.
Okay, because I didn't get. You guys would know. I guess that's the stewards would be on the track. I just had a little bit trouble understanding when they were getting like to the 4th time.
I mean, the problem.
What? So when I rewound it, I was trying to look for that again. I was still confused.
The problem with the stewards, though, is like it's different from track to track. Like it's a lot like the officiating and fighting, where it's like down to each state,
true.
So there's a little bit of inconsistency there, maybe.
Okay,
but
I'll remember that.
It's supposed to be completely objective, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Right.
Yeah, there's always going to be little, biases and whatnot, and also, like mistakes in judgment. It's impossible to avoid that, I think.
Yeah, and that just multiplies if you're going to change it up every race with the amount of people making that judgment call, right?
Sure.
Well, that's what confuses me. See, when I'm watching it and they're explaining it to me, because I don't know all the minutia of F1. You understand that. So every time I watch it now, I'm fascinated just by the tire situation. Mm-hmm. Like, that's one of my favorite things. What are they starting on? And Max started on what? 15 laps of soft. Mm-hmm. Zipped up with his tire and said, bye-bye. That's it. Race over.
And what's crazy too, like from track to track, like different tire compounds are going to behave differently, right? Like a soft might not be the tire here, right? Like, that's also what's so interesting about F1, right? Like, like on some tracks, the hard might be the grippiest tire for whatever reason, based on the track surface or the temperature or the humidity or the altitude, right? So it's a very complex sport for sure.
Yeah, and before I meant the judging and fighting, not the officiating.
Yeah, the judge. Yeah,
the judges.
The judges. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get a little confused at it, but like I said, this race I watched twice because like there was some like the race was in the middle. Like Max,
what do you mean in the middle?
Like the people that were jockeying for positions.
Oh, I see.
It's like Hamilton moved up nicely. Hamilton had a nice race, and Ferrari got in there, and the Italian kid didn't. He still got to learn some shit. The Mercedes kid,
Antonelli,
yeah, he still got some shit to learn, but I think he's going to be good in the future.
Me too. I think out of all the brand new rookies, Antonelli is easily the best. And the people forget how young he is. Like he skipped over F3, I think.
Right out of high school.
Is he 19 now? He turned 19 since he started driving. Did he, or is he?
I thought he turned.
I think
he's 18.
I don't know. He's freaking young.
That's crazy, right? So based on that, I think Cruz is right. I think Antonelli has some great things ahead of him.
Yeah,
he's still obviously like a novice, but he's a damn fast one. That's for sure.
I like to put it this way, and I don't mean to be rude, but he doesn't have any dick control yet.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Young, dumb, and full of you know what.
Yes, exactly. Because like he's got like something when he's doing it, then he makes those silly mistakes. But I understand like that's part of the process.
Yeah,
that's
you got to figure out the minutia.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought after I watched the qualifying and Max won the pole, and knowing this track, and I meant to text you, but I didn't want to jinx. But I said, no, man, this looks like a gimme to me. And I don't usually say that because I'm hoping he's winning because the success of McLaren this year makes me go every race. Oh, shit, we got to beat McLaren.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, right after the qualifying last week, when I seen the qualifying, I said, I can't see Max losing this. And then he shot out in those soft tires. And once he made the change, it was, I think it was by lap 30. I said, nah, this is over.
I mean, towards the end, like the rest of the pack was catching up to him, but I mean, he was already too far gone by that point.
I think he was just chilling hard.
Well, I think he was conserving his tires.
He was chilling hard. That's all. He knew that the lap space they were coming in on him. He was chilling hard, just driving it in, probably puffing one in the thing as he was going around the corners, going, "This is fun. This is just like the simulator."
Of course,
because it was cool race. So cool. I like that track, by the way.
It's a good track. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and I like
great track.
And I like the one that they're racing on today.
Mexico?
Really?
I'm not big on Mexico.
Why is that?
Nowhere to pass. It's a street circuit.
Yeah, nowhere to pass.
Okay.
And the stadium section, I think nothing really happens there when they go through. It looks cool.
It looks cool, yeah.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's what it is. It does look cool. I
think the race today is going to be a snooze fest, except for turn 1 first lap. I think turn 1 first lap is going to be chaos.
Okay. But let's get back to McLaren a little bit. So,
of course.
Piastri, he's been choking since his win in the Netherlands. My question is, did Max curse him because he won on his home soil?
That's the word on the street.
I'm not sure if it's a curse so much as Piastri. I think he's very fast, but something has shaken him, and you can obviously see that. Like he's very talented, but I don't know. I feel like a mixture of McLaren kind of favoring Lando and just Max always being there, even when it doesn't work out for him, he's always right there. I think that's really starting to get to Piastri's head.
Well, you know what it is? It's, that smirk that Max uses at the beginning of every race, and he's the last guy. They introduced the 20 races at the beginning, and Max comes and fools his
the F1 intro?
Every time he gives those McLaren those smirks, those guys' knees shake. Come on.
Of course.
Come on. They don't have but the other guys do. Like, other guys look at him right back. Like, Russell looks back at him like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Sands, like, the other guys go, no. You're not looking at me like that. And the McLaren guys seem to go, oh, it's Max. It's just cool with me.
It's true.
It's cool with me. I don't mind. I don't like those guys. I think they're all clowns. I think Zach Brown is like he should be on The Simpsons.
That's amazing.
Maybe in a couple years.
No, because you know why? He goes to the microphone and it's pure F1 bullshit speak. You know,
Yeah,
talk about your
definitely.
team. Is it a team or not? Who's your number one guy? What's going on? Oh, we got rainbows and freaking unicorns. Shut up, buddy. We know what's going on here.
He's got Jack Daniels.
sure.
We know that.
We got for sure. You know, hanging out with his buddy, Kopitar.
Yeah, exactly. So one stat about Piastri. So no podiums in the last 3 races. He had a 4-race stretch last year from USA to Las Vegas where he had no points or no podiums as well. So he's approaching that around the same time as well this year, which is pretty interesting, I think. Very strange.
Critical mass?
Yeah,
Something.
the guy's fallen off a little bit, but I mean, I still have faith in him. Like he's still extremely quick, very talented. Like if
It's getting concerning though.
oh yeah, of course it is, right? But I don't know. I feel like eventually the guy's going to jump ship, and who knows? Maybe that'll kind of clear his head up a little bit. Like I can see him racing for somebody else eventually, but
Well, no
will
one
he have
ever
the
sticks
car?
with the same team in F1.
No. But
Yeah,
you have
no.
the same car. You got to be careful what you wish for.
Of course.
Sometimes you got to be
Yeah,
careful.
of
Look
course.
at
I
Pierre
think-
Gasly.
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
god,
Okay, so, but I mean, sometimes, like you say, we were talking about the human element. How much of this is in his head?
I think a lot of it.
probably,
Yeah, like, you
Yeah.
know, you see some of the stuff that he does on the track and you go, oh, wait a second. How did that happen? You know what
yeah,
I mean?
for sure.
You know, like, and he's supposed to be the creme de la creme? We'll see.
Well, he's definitely one of the most talented drivers.
Oh,
in the
no,
world,
I'm
but,
not.
like,
I'm not saying
and
that.
things are
but-
starting to compound
Yeah,
against him. You know?
and
Yes,
what
yes,
about
definitely.
and the
Turn
pressure
a bullet.
within your own team? Like, how much is your own team affecting that? Besides the fact
Oh.
you got to deal with Max, you got Ferrari breathing up his ass, and your own
Yeah.
team element doesn't seem to be. We've talked about it all season. Like, there's something in house that's just doesn't. Does
Well, there's
Lando
something
and
that-
Oscar eat at the same table?
100% no, but like you're starting to get the feeling that, like, I mean, at least from Oscar's perspective, he's got to be feeling like, does this team have my back?
Yeah,
You know, it's
exactly. So
Yeah.
now you call that a team?
They're
yeah.
taking him for granted for sure,
Yeah.
100%.
Like, you know what goes on in Red Bull? Like, Max says, yeah, whatever, and the other driver goes, oh, shit.
Yuki's just happy to be there, you know. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
he's
you know.
happy the team hasn't canned him yet.
Yeah,
No,
even though,
he
well,
won't be back next year.
his days are numbered.
I'm-
Yeah, for sure.
him and
for
the
sure.
him and the coach of Miami Dolphins are probably on the same plank.
And there's a little bit of the Mark Webber. I don't know if we can get too much into this, but obviously the Mark Webber effect. He's Piastri's manager. We all know how he was treated as a number 2 driver at Red Bull when he was with Vettel. So obviously that's playing a role here as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, probably. You know, there's a bit of that there, I'm sure. But I don't know. Like, I feel like Piastri is definitely. He seems like the kind of driver that if everything works out, he definitely could be a champion. But this season, I don't know anymore, man.
Yeah, I'm
I think
starting to
he's
lose
going
faith.
to bleed away points. And to be honest, as long as it's not Lando, I don't really care if Piastri wins. I just don't want to see Lando win. I just friggin' fucking bothers me. But
What's
I mean,
your
whatever.
take on Lando?
I think he's quick. I think he's a whiny little, British boy. I think the British media kind of biases him.
So
And that kind of
you
bothers
used
me a little
British,
bit.
but you didn't use the other B word. I thought that was going to come out for sure.
We don't mince words on the
He's
house that
definitely a bit of
happens.
a
You can
bitch,
call him a
but,
bitch. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, yeah. I kind of.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
Kind of-
you know what it is too, and it must be hard for them. You know when they go into that little room, the podium room, the meltdown
cool
room.
down
Oh, the cool down room. Yeah.
Sometimes that's the best entertainment.
Yeah, I agree.
You
It's
know?
amazing. It's amazing.
You know what I mean? Lando goes in there, and if it's not his way, his lip is freaking hanging off his shoe.
Yes.
You know,
He's
and
about to cry.
yeah, and if he's on the other side, he's Mr. Wonderful, and I go, oh, that's kind of weird. You go, and you know, and when Max walks in there, you don't know if he's first or third. That's what's cool.
Yeah.
Unless something
Yeah,
weird,
when like Max.
something weird's happening on the track that's pissed Max off. He walks in that room and you know he's pissed off, but that's another deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those incidents where he's coming in, he's talked it out with the guy before they've gone into the room, so he doesn't
Sure.
tell the guy you were an idiot. You know what I mean?
So much
'Cause-
tension.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, but you go in there and you know Mac, but most of the time he's like level, except for the races where something stupid went on.
Sure.
You know?
Sure, of course. I mean, Max knows who he is. He knows he's the man to beat. And I think in a sense that kind of calms him down. He's very sure of himself, whereas I think Lando is not.
No.
Like he probably is to a degree, but I mean, compared to Max, I get this sense that he still can't believe that he's where he is right now.
Really?
And I think that's going to cost him the championship if
Interesting.
Yeah, very
if things don't go his way.
I think Lando definitely is a guy that needs that reinforcement, and Max is just like he makes his own positive reinforcement, you know?
Of course, sorry, what?
I was going to say, so where do they get the ego stub toe? Because I look at it this way. I always say F1 is the highest level of competition in the world, okay? There's only how many seats and how many billions of people on the earth, and they only got that many seats. So you got to have a mindset where that if you don't have a little bit of an ego, then you better not even get in the goddamn car. So
you got to think that you're the fastest.
Yeah, so I'm saying, did Lando's stub his ego on the way up here to something? Because you got to have to believe when you're in those lower levels, F2, and now you're here, and all of a sudden you're going to have a pause. You know, I'm the fastest. Like, look at Carlos Sainz.
He's definitely intimidated by Max.
Yeah, there's something going on. Look at Carlos Sainz. No matter what you say about the guy, he thinks he's going to win every race. You're not, buddy. You're not going to win.
Yeah, it's true.
But he's good. He gets in the car.
He's got the confidence.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know that.
You have to approach every race like you're going to win. Absolutely.
You know, that's what
otherwise, what the fuck is the point otherwise, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. You know, I didn't show up here to look pretty. I came here to win. Winning's everything.
Unless you're Lance Stroll, you're just there to, go in circles and go home.
I'm glad we brought up the golden boy, eh?
Oh, boy.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT, yeah.
I thought that was Latifi that was the GOAT, but I stand corrected. Sorry, no.
We'll let Lance off the hook today.
Yeah, sure.
Just a few more quick things here that I want to get to, some of the standings. So Lando now is 14 points back of Oscar. Max is 40 points back of Oscar with 5 races left. So this championship's still very much up in the air between those three.
Yes.
Yeah.
Constructors really saw McLaren's clinched first, but it's a big battle for second. Mercedes is second with 341. Ferrari's only 7 points back, 334, and then Red Bull's at 331. So those three teams all within 10 points of each other. That's going to be huge.
That's why I think Ferrari's going to sneak by.
Nah.
You know why? Because the kid Mercedes is going to screw up and lose some points, and they're going to get ahead.
Yeah, but Red Bull's going to have Max stealing 25 points every race.
That's true too. But you're going to. I think at the end that I think Ferrari's going to jump them.
They could jump Mercedes. That wouldn't be the most surprising thing in the world.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
And the way they've been running their cars lately. You know what I mean? They've looked good in qualifying, and they've raced good race. They got veteran drivers. They got guys that go out there that still think they're going to win.
Yeah, well, the Vasseur Ferrari era they've been very strong to end the season. Starting the season, different story, but they've been strong in the last few races historically. The other battle we have here in constructors, we have Williams. They're at 111. It looks like they've locked up I guess 5th place, 39 points up on Racing Bulls. Who have 72 points, and they were 9th and 8th last year respectively. So those two teams making the biggest jump. Aston Martin was 69, Sauber 59, Haas 48, Alpine with dead last with 20. Every team but Aston Martin, Haas, and Alpine have had a podium this year.
Wow, that's more than usual, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's the new regulations that came in, this set was meant to kind of bring everyone closer together. And obviously, the top is always going to be the top of F1, but the mid-pack has been closer together. So I'd say that it's been reasonably successful.
Who won the race because everybody crashed? Who snuck through this year? He won his first podium.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Hulkenberg.
Yeah,
the Hulk.
Yeah, remember he snuck in and got his first after 3 million races?
Yeah.
I think it was the longest drought.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the most starts ever before having a single podium.
And he hasn't sniffed one.
For him.
I'm very happy for him. I like him. I'm just saying he won't sniff a podium for the rest of the year.
Never say never.
No, well, it was the circumstances of the day.
Yeah.
That helped him out, you know.
Sure, but I mean that's F1 sometimes, right? You take advantage of what the F1 gods throw your way.
Exactly, and don't
100%.
get tricked by circumstances.
Yeah.
So have you seen qualifying yesterday yet, Cruz?
No.
Okay, so we won't spoil that.
Go ahead. We're on the show. Go ahead, because I'll watch it anyway.
So Lando got pole.
Really?
Leclerc, Hamilton 2-3.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Russell 4, Verstappen 5, Antonelli 6, Sainz 7, Piastri 8, Hadjar 9, and Behrman 10.
Wow. That kind of surprised me. Who are the top 3 again?
Lando, Leclerc, Hamilton.
Yeah, what was I saying about Ferrari?
Well, there's still a race left to go.
Okay, but what was I saying about Ferrari? Oh, just saying. Not that I know.
They have these little streaks of greatness.
What's that?
Ferrari seems to have these little streaks of greatness every now and then, but they can fumble that ball easy, man.
Oh, don't remind me.
They are known for that.
As the season's gone on, I notice it more in qualifying that they seem to like their pace is picked up tremendously.
Oh yeah, Leclerc especially. He's a great qualifier.
Yeah, I think he's a good driver.
Yeah, absolutely he is.
And our friend Marco DiStefano is going to owe me a steak because of that. So
damn right, man.
Whatever you may feel.
What was he thinking picking Hamilton ahead of Leclerc? I don't know. Either way, Brazil 2 weeks out, one of my favorite races ever. Very much excited for that one. Yeah, that's going to be.
It's a track that has everything.
And it's a sprint weekend too.
Yep.
Yes.
Vegas.
Absolutely.
Vegas after that, the 22nd. Qatar, November 30th. Abu Dhabi, December 7th to finish off the season. Only a few of these left, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes by quickly.
It really does.
So, Marco, we're kind of winding down our segment here. Anything you want to leave us off with Formula One or otherwise, I guess?
Okay, anybody listening who does not watch F1 but is mildly into exciting sports and motorsports or whatever, check it out. It's a great time to get into it. A lot of great personalities, a lot of great drivers, a lot of great drama.
Thank you very much. And you know what I've learned in all of this stuff about people driving around in circles? That NASCAR is ghetto.
You know what? NASCAR could be great if they got rid of half the ovals, began racing them on street circuits. That could be pretty cool.
NASCAR just can't get out of its own way.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, NASCAR management is very 1982. It sucks.
I thought it was
unfortunately.
52.
Yeah, sure. It's the moonshining days. Absolutely.
Yep.
No, NASCAR could be great, but what are you going to do? That's American broadcasting for you.
Well, that's another issue there entirely, but...
Marco,
thank you very much for joining us. We very much appreciate
it. Thank you.
I think judging on how this goes, how this went, we're going to have you on again very soon.
Definitely.
To close out the season or perhaps earlier. We'll see how the balls roll.
I'm looking forward to it, boys. Thank you very much.
And thank you. It was great. Appreciate it.
Have a great day.
You too, Marco. See you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you once again, Marco, for that wonderful interview. Always some great insight on F1 and hope to have him on more.
Definitely. I learned a few things. I appreciated the interview. We'll have him back.
Absolutely. Closing now. So I should have brought this up in the opening. Have you seen the new Montreal Expos documentary on Netflix yet?
I haven't finished it all, but nobody's going to tell the truth. Those French fucks are all lying. You see them on there?
I watched the beginning of it. So.
I've almost finished it. I was falling asleep, but I watched it again just to catch everything along the way. I'm a Montreal Canadian diehard. I loved the Expos at the time. This documentary is going to turn out to be fraudulent, Blow, because nobody's telling the truth. And let's tell the truth. In my humble opinion, and no one's want to hear it, Quebec's a corrupt province.
Well, a big problem there is, I think number one is Jeff Blair, who was the Expos writer. He says number one problem was local business and all that.
Exactly. Yeah. And then they all tried to backstab each other, and they all thought it came in, and the big bad American vulture came in with real money and bye-bye. So what everyone talking? Yeah, bye-bye. They just came in. It's business, right? Biggest capitalist sporting entity in North America. And what did they do? They came in with cash. Well, all the French guys were scheming behind each other's back. So it's on the Montreal, it's on the Quebec people, Quebec business people. There was money there to do it.
Would we be saying a different story though had the strike not happened and Montreal went to the World Series?
That's a factor too that really pissed people off. But Montreal,
because maybe then they get the new stadium, all this, it's sad.
Well, it is, and you know what? Montreal was just as big as a sports town as Toronto, and if I remember chronologically, didn't they get a team before Toronto?
Yes, they did.
There you go. So it's a very sad situation in Montreal, but I don't think that we're going to get a lot of truth in this documentary because guys are already talking through the sides of their face. Well, I didn't do that, but there was a misunderstanding and allegedly, and stop it. It's just a sin they lost a team.
It is.
Very much so.
Trivia. You ready?
Yep.
Oh boy, it's Toronto FC related.
Oh God, I got no chance.
Which Toronto FC first-round draft pick recently set the record for most 60-yard field goals that made in NFL history? No way. Aubrey was a Toronto FC pick?
I heard he was something to do with that. Yeah.
Wow.
It is.
Selected 21st overall by Toronto FC in 2017.
I did not know that, but someone said something about his soccer skills, that he had a chance at professional soccer.
I know he was a professional soccer player.
But I did not know that. Wow. Steven, cool question. Very, very cool question.
I forgot to shout that out during football. Actually, a couple things I forgot to shout out. I'll mention that here. So Brandon Aubrey became the first kicker in NFL history to score 5 field goals from 60-plus yards. Insane. I'm feeling with the way things are going, that's going to be demolished in any time here. But good for Aubrey either way. For hockey, sorry?
Did you hear that someone brought up that maybe they should squeeze the uprights a little closer? Nah, don't even think about it.
I don't know.
If the kickers have got that good, live with it.
Maybe. You know what I feel about kicking in football, but Scheifele became the Winnipeg Jets' all-time franchise leader in points, passing Blake Wheeler. Congratulations to him. And last night, Ovechkin became the 8th player to record 1,500 games played with one franchise.
Congratulations on that. That's freaking amazing. Amazing.
Gotta love Ovi.
Yep. And everything that he stands for in the game.
So lastly, it's that time of the show where we ask ourselves, what are we looking forward to the most this week?
Come on.
It's plainly obvious.
Come on. There's nothing in line.
Games 3, 4, 5, and potentially 6, 7 on the horizon.
Well, it's all going to come to us because we believe.
Yes, sir.
We believe that this is how it's going to go.
It's going to be very interesting if it goes to Game 7 because I'll be at my sister's Halloween party that night.
Oh, that's right. It's going to be on that day, isn't it? And
November 1st.
I hope it gets that far. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, for all the guys that are in our football league that are listening to me today, I'm scrambling right now because I am at bye-week hell. Okay?
The bye-apocalypse.
Okay, here's my situation. Just to let you know, I got 3 quarterbacks. Stafford, Goff, Daniels. None of them are playing this week.
That's some poor drafting.
No, I forgot that they were on the same week, but I had a couple other guys in the back. So who am I starting today on my quarterback positions? Would you like to know?
Not really.
Okay, good. Because then I don't want to have to embarrass myself.
Rule number 1 about your fantasy team. Don't talk about your fantasy team.
Got you.
Anything else you want to add?
I'm dying looking at my fantasy football team. In any event.
Hope it's better than your NFL picks on the show.
Well, they're going to be good this week. Watch when I clean the table. In any event, I'm going to be a little bit cooler this weekend because the Detroit Lions are not playing, so that means my stress level will not have to go up. It's the most stressful thing that I deal with in my life is the Detroit Lions. Second is the Montreal.
You sound like a Leaf fan.
Well, we do stress. It's football. It's only 17 games, remember?
Yes,
Here's where we're going to go. In any event, let's hope we see some good shit coming out of the Leafs this week so people will be smiling along with the Toronto Blue Jays. And big shout out to all the Toronto Maple Leaf guys that came walking in their Blue Jay gear. Really
Absolutely.
Cool. Really cool.
Yeah, shout out Matthews for coming in the Vlad jersey.
But it started with Vlad coming in the Matthews jersey. That was badass.
He's coming into Game 7 with the Matthews jersey. Is he nuts?
Oh, no.
I love that right away.
I did too. I said that he's in touch with the city. And he's going to be here a long time, man. He's going to be here a long time.
Yes, he is.
Damn glad he is.
I'm Andrew Milani.
Hi, my name is Cruz, and what do?
We keep the vibe alive.
Yes.
Do you have a question? We'll answer it on the air. Send it to thehousethathappens@gmail.com. You can find us on Podbean, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeart Radio, Player FM, Podchaser, Boomplay, and SoundCloud. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at The House That Happens, and on X at House Happens.